Hello everyone, my name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and these are your weekly horoscope tarot card readings, and they are from the 2nd until the 8th of March 2020. So they are from the 2nd until the 8th of March 2020, and I am of course going to start, as I always do with the gorgeous and ever so precious Aries. My gorgeous Aries, you are going to be tested again this week. You have to remember that you have to follow your instinct. This is going to be a very important moment in time, because this week is going to start with an uncertainty. You will feel uncertain, and this uncertainty is just going to come out of the blue, and it is most certainly going to make you to dig a little bit further when it comes to your situation. When I say dig a little bit further, it will you're going to feel this quite interesting feeling of investigation into your life, what to do, what to follow on, what to kind of turn towards to. It is going to be an interesting moment in time where you're going to have a really vibrant energy, and this energy is from the beginning of this week going to make you feel rather optimistic, and this optimism is going to be absolutely everything, because at the same time there will be a very important moment happening within you, inside you. This is the beginning where the new passion is going to be born. This is the beginning when also the problem is going to come to an end, and you are going to realize how much this problem was kind of like dragging you down, and how much this problem was actually affecting you within the last 7 months. And that problem that you had within the last 7 months created an indecisive situation. This is all going to be completely connected to this, and most certainly an unfoldment of rather interesting event is actually going to take place, where you will want to really take things further. But this is to do with your own progress. This is all going to boil down to the same moment in time, to the same point, to the same realization. What you do, what you are focusing on, what would you like to achieve? You need to take it further. It's an important moment in time, because there is a learning process that it's going to take place. This is so important, Aries. Listen to me very carefully. It's all about you using this powerful vibration and this moment in time of an unfoldment. So you need to reflect on what you do, what you're focusing on, and which holes you can repair. But when I say which holes you can repair, of course I'm focusing on parts of your spiritual journey, and by repairing the holes you're actually focusing on what requires your attention in form of the focus, in form of a learning experience, because an important learning experience is going to take place based on what you are doing right now. And by the time you get to the last part of the week, it's going to be quite significant ooh la la moment, because you are going to have an important news. The important news that you are going to have at the end of this week, it's of course going to be quite significant to you, because it's going to come from the right person. It's going to come from the right person. These are the little wordy words I need you to remember, my gorgeous Aries, indeed. And also an important investment is going to take place. When you get this important news, this is going to be quite significant to you and very happy to you when it comes to your certain unfoldment, and it's to do with the actual justice. It's to do with a certain negotiation that it's also going to take place, but most certainly it's about the investment, an important moment in time. It's about the investment. This is more than just, oh my God, just an investment. This is investment into you. This is investment into your life. This is investment into your future. This is investment into a whole new direction that is going to take place. My gorgeous Aries, you are going to make a quite ooh la la important vava boomish decision here, and this is so significant because you just need to follow your bliss. Listen to me very carefully, Aries. Follow your bliss. Follow what's making you feel happy. Follow what's making you feel ecstatic. Follow what's making you feel creative, and this is going to reveal your own path. You don't even have to think too much. You don't even have to focus so much, because the energy is going to be be just right, absolutely perfect when it comes to the actual your instinct, when it comes to an important wisdom that you are going to be showered by. But at the same time, it's just all about the creativity and creativity. On another hand, what else I was going to say, it's just like also you're going to have a quite important moment this week. You know what I mean? There is going to be a couple of things that are going to take place before you go to sleep. One of the days, throughout this week, one of the days, you are going to feel quite strange and quite weird and quite bizarre. This is because the whole new harmony is going to come in. That harmony is just going to be like a problem solver in itself anyway. But that is just going to help you to reflect on your life slightly differently, and direct result of that, it's going to be you having one night when you feel a little bit bizarre, a little bit strange. This is because your subconscious mind is just going to stretch that much further, so therefore you will be part of the dimensions that you're not normally part, you see. And this is why this is going to be so interesting, because something is going to be on your mind that is just going to be so strong and it's so powerful, and it's going to require your attention, the power of your thinking to be like directly pointing towards it. What is this going to do? This is going to send a direct signal to the universe, to your spirit guides, to your guardian angels. So there is going to be a moment in the morning that is going to be highly connected to that night, at that time at night, and there is going to be very important and very significant realization that you are going to have the following day. In the morning, there is also going to be the little sign, the continuation of what you were thinking about. This is something that's bothering you. This is something that's bringing you down, and this is also connected to the certain problem that is just gonna go on the whole new in towards a whole new dimension, the whole new direction. It's absolutely fantastic. And most certainly it's going to unfold in such a way of the actual beautiful spiritual awakening, realization that it's going to absolutely change your life for the better indeed. It's a beautiful moment in time where you're going to receive not only a clear focus when it comes to the future and the future planning, but also it's just going to be the part of your life where you're going to reach the really beautiful and rather important radiance. This radiance in itself is going to activate you. Now, this is what I'm talking about. Very, very important moment in time, my gorgeous Aries. So now I'm just going to shuffle these cards and I'm going to see what is your tarot card of the week. My gorgeous Aries, what is your tarot card of the week? Okie dokie. Oh, the Hanged Man. Do you see this? My gorgeous Aries, the Hanged Man. It's all about the new you. It's all about the new project. It's all about rebirth. It's all about adjustment. It's all like about little abandonment and little readjustment and little sacrifice that you are going to need to make, but you will know that something is going to need to go. This is going to be the week not only when you're going to see the beautiful light at the end of the tunnel, but at the same time you will be clearly aware of what needs to go, what needs to be cut out of your life, what needs to be abandoned in your life in order to make even more room for this lovely beautiful energy to come in. This is brilliant because also you will have the power to see your life and to see your whole week from a completely different angle, and this angle is going to be everything. Most certainly this is the time of your rebirth, and also at the same time a very important wake-up call. When it comes to your health, my gorgeous Aries, when it comes to your health, make sure that you are taking vitamin D, which is going to help you with your bones a lot. Make sure that you are taking calcium, magnesium, which is going to help you with your bones and muscles. Your skeleton is going to be important to take care of, but also zinc and organic acerola cherry powder is something everybody should be taking in order to boost the immune system, because vitamin C is super powerful to do this. Organic acerola cherry powder, it's a natural source, a natural form of vitamin C, the most natural you can probably get out there, because I really highly suggest this because it's natural. So it's organic acerola cherry powder. Okay, take it every single morning in a little glass of water, 1 teaspoon, and just drink it in the morning, and 1 teaspoon and a teaspoon and drink it at night before you go to sleep. So 1 in the morning and 1 in the evening, and this is going to help you to boost your immune system indeed, alongside the zinc that I've already mentioned. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor, you just need to check with your GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. Okay, so now basically for those of you who are actually wondering about relationships, you know, your partner is gonna need a bit of like a warmish feeling. You know, your partner will be going through something quite difficult, some kind of problem, some kind of process, some kind of progress, you know, a process problem, you know, but it's not that far from the very important progress. So there is a very important light at the end of the tunnel for your partner as well, but your partner looks like it's going to need a little bit of your warmish energy. Do something for them, surprise them. The energy of the element of surprise is always important in situations like this, so you can just make them feel a little bit better. Okay, for those of you that are single and ready to mingy, most certainly this is not going to be the best week to find like a love of your life, but it is just also going to kind of put you in touch with a certain person. There is a very important person that is going to be around you this week. That person is going to be the key element for someone quite interesting who's about to be introduced to you through that person. Ooh la la! Just watch this space, my gorgeous Aries, and just take one step at a time as well. Okay, so now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about, it's my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful Taurinis. Now Taurinis, it is just such a beautiful moment in time, you know. It's just like basically what you have been patient for. You know, what have you been patient about when it comes to your life? Bless your heart. There is a certain patience is coming out to the surface, it's coming to the top, and this is really important because it's really much so connected to your life, and in particular for the last 24 months, but even more strongly within the last 7 months. This was a very strong stage that was affecting you. It was affecting your feelings, it was affecting your way of thinking, it was affecting your way of planning, it was affecting your way of thinking without even realizing, my gorgeous Taurinis. So this is important because it's to do with your patience, but it's also to do with a certain weakness, which means that this is the direction that you want to go, the direction that you need to go, and all you need to do is just follow your instincts, and you also need to follow what you feel like doing in particular this week. Your imagination will be very strong, your power of your mind is going to be very strong, and this is going to be the very beautiful combination of the perfect spiritual energy that you're going to have, which is going to reflect on you in such a wonderful way when it comes to your own energy. The bottom line is, this is the obstacle that you had, you know, but you also at the same time you had a great balance because you were patient, so you were waiting for this, my gorgeous Taurini. So something very interesting is actually going to take place, a swift change, which is the pure reflection of this very slow and stage period. But in particular, as I said, it was affecting you within the last 7 months without you even realizing, because you know it's a lot to do with your planning and the next stage and the next step as well. But you have to understand that you need to trust yourself. You need to trust yourself. You need to open your eyes and see how many opportunities you're actually going to have this week. It's absolutely remarkable to me, but there is some kind of like ice, very thick ice that you need to break. What is this thick ice that you need to break, my gorgeous Taurinis? It's important. It's something that you're doing but you need to change, something that you're doing but you're creating lots of negativity and dark smoke around you, and that dark smoke needs to go. It means that you're aware of it, so you need to change something. You need to change your routine in order to get where you want to get, but in order to skip so many options that would otherwise just slow you down. This is your absolutely golden opportunity, and it's to do with you having the control over a situation by pinpointing down exactly what you need to change, what you need to do. But it's to do with the obstacle that was created by you doing something that is making you feel quite unhappy. But now, my babies, it's about changing your routine, but it's also about breaking the ice and finally doing what you wanted to do in such a long time. And this is going to bring so much difference, energy, power, health, and beauty into your life, my gorgeous Taurinis. Indeed, as I said, this was creating, lots of weakness to you, but on another hand, you had like a quite really beautiful patience. So now you're about to have a control over situations, strength, courage, power, energy, and the determination that you're going to have. It's going to be absolutely remarkable, and it's going to come purely from your own confidence. This is beautiful because also at the same time, not only that you will have a control over a situation and all this womanish feeling, but at the same time, there is an accomplishment that is going to become quite evident at around the midweek, and that accomplishment is also just going to make you feel so good. It's going to make you feel very responsible. It's going to make you feel very creative at the same time, and there is going to be a quite mind-blowing process that you will realize that you've learned something beautiful, something really important, and this is going to be something that is just absolutely going to take over later on, and in particular November 2020. It's going to be really big, and it's going to be really good, because then, oh my lord, then you will be able to see the actual direct outcome of the whole these things that I've said to you that are going to be going on throughout this week. And also, what else is going to happen? There is a certain competition that you will be part of. You will find this a little bit challenging, but my baby, this is really the time to throw yourself in the water and swim. You know what I say? Don't wait to learn how to swim. Just jump yourself, just jump in the water, and then you will learn how to swim. Don't think about it, because at the same time you're creating a negative energy, and that negative energy is just kind of like a taking away your confidence, and therefore it's affecting your self-esteem and what could be accomplished later on. Rather important moment in time indeed, because that competition that you're going to be part of, it's also a sign that whatever you do, whatever you go, whatever you focus towards, and whatever you kind of put enough attention towards in a serious way this week, it's going to end up absolutely remarkable for you, my gorgeous Taurinis. And also an important vision. This is not only you're going to do really great with this competition, my babies, but there is going to be an important vision that you're going to have at the same time. This vision is going to be absolutely everything, and it's going to be most certainly connected to you, and it's going to be connected to your future, and it's also going to be connected to all the elements of what you wanted to do, but something brand new as well. At the same time, it's going to come through forward and also become rather important and relevant part of it. Your tarot cards of the week is Seven of Swords, which means, that there is going to be quite interesting a decision that you are going to make, but also, you're going to need to come to terms that a certain unfoldment and certain part of your life, it's not going to unfold the way you wanted it. But wait, it's not time to stop. It's not time to be sad or anything like that. It's time to follow your creativity, and there is also going to be the certain realization, that you are going to have, the certain promise that is going to come to the surface, the certain promise that is going to come to the top, but at the same time, it's going to be connected to you, because it's going to be quite challenging, because it's going to require from you to make a necessary adjustment. And this necessary adjustment is going to require from you to be very brave and to trust yourself. It's going to be absolutely fine, nothing to worry about. A little bit of situation where you're going to be like, oh my God, I'm not too sure. No, baby, no, you just go for it, because there is going to be an absolutely mind-blowing conclusion that you are going to have this week, and that conclusion is going to be absolutely everything, because on one hand, it's going to be connected to the certain abandonment, but then on another hand, it's just all about your activity and determination that you are going to feel, that you are going to have, that is coming through this peaceful and this peace and tranquility, this wonderful balance of energy that you are going to have at the same time, which is just going to be rather rejuvenating indeed. When it comes to your actual health, my gorgeous Taurinis, when it comes to your health, it's very important if you can drink organic carrot juice, or if you could eat like organic carrots. Very important, because you're going to find this beta carotene in particular like quite beneficial when it comes to your eyes. Your eyes are going to be quite sensitive, so try to avoid too much computers and things like that. Try to avoid like using too many smartphones and things like that. You know, just basically your eyes are going to be a little bit sensitive this week. So also what is quite good, it's just maybe if you can like take a little chamomile. You can boil a chamomile tea as well, and if your eyes are hurting or if they're feeling like a little bit uncomfortable and things like that, sensitive, then chamomile is absolutely wonderful. It's remarkable. This is why I was saying millions of times how important chamomile is. It's not only a tea, there is just so much more to these herbs indeed. So the organic chamomile, you know, you make a tea and then you just basically wait for the tea to cool down a little bit, and then you, when it's like a little bit like a coldish, then you just take a tea bag and you just gently put it on your eyes, put a second tea bag, put it on your second eye, and just lie down and relax like this. Chill out a little bit, Taurini, chill out. And then chill out a little bit, and then you will see after a few minutes, you know, your eyes are going to feel so much more rejuvenated, like there is no tomorrow. Another thing is your sore throat. Another thing is like a quite a chest, you know, sensitive chest, of course, of Corino, of Corino in my language. So basically it is just the flu and cold symptoms, which is nothing unusual, and everybody needs to take organic acerola cherry powder because everybody needs to boost their own immune system. It's very important at this moment in time because of many reasons. Organic acerola cherry powder, you know, I said this 5 billion times, I'm going to say 5 billion times more. It's important because it's going to boost your vitamin C levels, and vitamin C is more important than you can possibly imagine it in order to keep you healthy, happy, and in order to boost your immune system. Something that you need to take in the morning, organic acerola cherry powder, and in the evening at the same time, in the evening before you go to sleep as well. Vitamin D for your bones, it's also very important to take this week indeed. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant, if you're breastfeeding, just check with your doctor, check with your GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. For those of you Taurinis that are actually in relationship, it's just like, ooh, go for it, baby. I can see like a lot of romance. I can see lots of like a returned warmish feelings, you know. Perhaps you were like really busy. Perhaps you were like really focusing on work. Perhaps you were like too stressed. Perhaps you were too anxious. But however, it's brilliant because I can see lots of romance. I can see the beautiful harmony in between two people, and I can see some kind of problem or some kind of annoying stage that was bringing you down is slowly coming to an end. This is wonderful because it's also going to provide you with an opportunity to really enjoy yourself, and I can see really enjoying yourself and having a little bit of rest, you know, and just enjoying your own accomplishment, and this is always good indeed. There is a quite interesting decision that you're both going to make, and it's brilliant because it's to do with a certain surprise and a certain development and unfoldment of the certain situation that is just going to provide itself like slightly earlier. So it's going to give you something to think about, but it's going to be quite nice indeed. Okay, for those of you that are single and ready to mingy, I see you like really all around the place this week, my gorgeous Taurinis, and I do see you like coming to terms with something quite significant when it comes to coming to terms. You know, you're gonna realize that someone very interesting, it's actually fancying you. Someone interesting is like kind of returning this like type of love to you, and this is going to be something quite important to you because it's going to surprise you. It's going to surprise you on one hand, but on another hand, this is someone very powerful in many different ways. It's going to surprise you that someone would kind of return their like fancy feeling, you know, that someone would fancy you like this, because there is a certain element to them that is just, you just wouldn't think that someone like this would fancy you. Not in a bad way, not in a horrible way, not in the superb way, in nothing. It's not, there's nothing more to it. It's just, it's going to surprise you, maybe the certain type of person. And this is nothing nothing unusual, and this person is successful, is brilliant, it's fantastic, it's very good, but there is still an element of like, ooh la la, I'm surprised. But this is good, and it's nothing unusual, because most certainly you're going through a very special progress this week when it comes to your spirituality. So therefore your spirit when it comes to your spiritual journey, it's actually going to start evolving this week quite higher. So this is nothing unusual. So as of this week, the other type of people that are going to start feeling like ooh la la vavumish around you, and vice versa. Indeed, you just go out and talk to as many people as you can. It's going to be quite interesting this week indeed. A couple of important people are also going to cross your path. Okay, so the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful, my powerful Gemini. My gorgeous Gemini. Oh my God, be careful, little snakey in a grass is showing its ugly facey again. And this snake in the grass is just going to be absolutely brilliant, because you're not going to be too surprised. You're not going to be mind blown or anything like that. It's nothing that you weren't aware of, nothing that is completely going to like, oh my God, surprise you. No, baby, no. But what I quite like it is that there is going to be the certain advantage of this that you will be able to take when it comes to yourself, because you will realize the certain little bit of danger to some kind of dishonesty at the same time. But that in itself is going to bring you like a certain caution. So that caution that you will have, it's going to provide you with the realization, and the realization is going to protect you from stepping on the snake and being bitten. So that's really, really good. This is all going to unfold, of course, one step at a time, but at the same moment you will realize something quite important about your life, and this is also going to kind of be the direct result of this situation, and direct result of you having a control over your life, and slightly change, because this is going to come with an element of surprise. As I said, it's nothing that you're going to be completely surprised about, but it's going to happen at a time when you didn't expect it, and that's why I'm saying that there's going to be a slight like element of surprise, but it's brilliant. This is most certainly going to be your like, ooh la la, wake up call. My gorgeous Geminis, this is most certainly going to be a wake up call, and it's going to not only kind of like start making you, you're going to start thinking in a slightly different way. You're going to have a little bit of a hermit moment. This hermit moment is going to be superb and very important, because it's going to happen at the right moment in time, and it's going to help you to self-illuminate around yourself so much. And this is really important, because you will also be aware of other things that you weren't aware before, because you will be very deep. The hermit mode is an important moment in time when your subconscious mind is very powerful, it's very strong, it's very significant, and therefore you are able to reflect in so many different ways, but in particular when it comes to this longevity. And this in itself, it's going to open your eyes, and it's going to make you realize things that you wouldn't normally realize. It's important because it's going to boil down to the certain knowledge you wouldn't have through your own self-illumination, and it's going to make you realize what are you in self-denial about. This is very important, and a very important process, and very important stepping stone. And the next day, the following day, something is going to surprise you in a wonderful way of a good news that you're going to have, and this is going to provide you with an option when it comes to the future planning. But in particular, over the next 26 days are going to be so important, because something is going to take place when it comes to you, when it comes to your skill, when it comes to the actual self-denial. It's going to be way out. Your self-denial is going to be part of the massive realization, which is going to bring completely different vibration, and this vibration is at the same time going to become your wake-up call. It's absolutely mind-blowing moment in time, because this is pointing down towards down towards your skill, something that you are great at, something that you are good at, something that you are very unique about, something that you are very special about, something that you are very particular about. You are going to take on the whole next level. You will be able to prove something, ooh la la, rather vavumish to yourself, oh my lord, indeed, but also you will be able to prove certain things to people that are very important to you in your life, but there's still a couple of them that you wanted to prove something to in particular, very important to you, and it means to you so much because it's quite very important to you when it comes to like being ridiculously personal indeed. And it's also at the same time, you know, going to make you deal with a burden, with a kind of heavy and unusual problem in your life, and it's going to require from you to make a discussion and a rather necessary talk, a necessary conversation. It's going to need to take place, but it's going to be connected to somebody who's like, oh no baby, no, somebody who's like rather like making you feel like oh god, it became like a quite burdenish. It became like a burden because it's like you're emotionally involved with this person perhaps, or maybe you're just, you know, this person for a while as well, or you know this person for a while. It is however a little bit of like a connection over there, like an emotional connection. So it's going to require from you, in order to move things forward and in order to change things, you know, in order to kind of like start certain change, you know, you're going to need to discuss something, and that is going to create a certain burden. But I just tell you, just go for it, because you're going to do really well. At the same time, you will have a really wonderful boost of confidence through your own accomplishments. So you're going to do really great, because this is going to boost you in so many different ways without you even realize. Something is going to take place, an important conversation, and you will surprise yourself. You will say the right things, you will do the right things, you will make the right things, you will start the right things. So it doesn't really matter. There is very important progress that you will have this week. That progress will be everything, because it's going to confirm which direction to go and what to do, and what is also going to be your next step, my gorgeous Geminis indeed. Okay, so I'm just going to shuffle these cards, my gorgeous Geminis, and I am going to see what is your tarot card of the week. Tarot card of the week for my Gemini. You see what I mean? See what I mean? Okay, Gemini, of course, Six of Swords. Here we go. You're off, Gemini. It's an important progress. And at the same time, change your scenery. Do something different, okay? There is some kind of like it's a very important, this means that it's like, oh, you're going to have a little bit of escape. This is actually quite a good card, because you're going to have an escape of the situation that became stale, and it's really boring, and it's really bringing you down, and it's annoying, and it's time to go, and it's time to move on. That's brilliant. You are about to move on, my babies. You are finally going, and it's also connected to the period and stage of your life that was very dragging, very slow. You took a process, you started a certain progress, and it's very, very slow. Something made it very slow. So now this is going to be a rather nice jump, and it's going to speed up at the same time. It's brilliant. Step in the right direction. But also this means that you need to kind of like do something different, go somewhere, change the scenery. It's just so important for you to get the fresh energy, to be part of the fresh dimension. That it's going to be very relevant to you, your spiritual journey and your energy, because it's going to refresh your memory. Indeed, it's going to bring a healing energy and an idea that you will have, that you will get, that you otherwise wouldn't have. So you can go for a day somewhere, for a couple of days, you know, change the scenery if you possibly can. It's gonna bring you something quite significant into your life when it comes to the unfoldment that you wouldn't normally have, my gorgeous Geminis. Okay, so now when it comes to your health, it's like, ooh la la, your shoulders are gonna be quite sensitive, my gorgeous Geminis. Okay, your back is going to be quite sensitive, and your lower back is going to be quite sensitive. So just make sure Your throat as well, but your lower back. So make sure that you're having some kind of relevant exercises. Make sure that you sleep on your side, throughout this week with a good quality pillow and a good quality pillow in between your legs. And this is going to help you to relax the lower part of your body. And normally it wouldn't relax like that if you don't have like a pillow in between your legs as well. So, and also swimming. If you can go to swim, it's brilliant. I know it's the winter, like in lots of places around the world, but then you can go into the swimming pool, maybe swimming, because this is going to help you to move your body in a completely different way. And sometimes people don't realize how important this is to us, because it's very rejuvenating. Everything is connected, indeed. So this is going to be something that you will benefit from quite a lot. And also try to meditate and try to also ground yourself at the same time. If you can, somewhere in the forest or somewhere in the nature, if you possibly can. On another hand, your throat as well, it's to do with your cold and flu. Still, organic acerola cherry powder. Please take this like there is no tomorrow. 1 dose in the morning, 1 teaspoon in a little glass of water, and just drink it, baby. And then in the evening, 1 teaspoon in a little glass of water, and then just drink it. Organic acerola cherry powder needs to be completely natural, organic, and without any rubbish and blah 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 what they put in. I say rubbish because they put all sorts of chemicals in and they make us to take this. So this is something that you take that is actually natural. Also vitamin D to protect your bones. And also on another hand, just to make sure that you are using aluminium free deodorant, because you will be quite sensitive to aluminium throughout this week. If you're on any other medications, if you are pregnant or if you are breastfeeding, just check with your doctor or check with your GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. My Gemini, when it comes to the actual relationships, there is going to be a little problem that it's going to come through, a bit of a conflict. I'm not saying you're going to be like, oh my God, but just try to kind of like step away from this situation and try to like kind of like I think it's going to be like a bit of a busy time for you and bit of a busy time for your partner. So you can just expect this week a bit of a conflict, but it's not something that is going to be too serious. It's not something that is going to be too bad or anything like that. This little bit of conflict that you might have, it's going to come from somewhere else. Like for example, from nothing to do with you both, but your reaction to it, for example, and then you're both there like that. So basically you just kind of avoid each other. No, it's going to be fine, okay? Now for those of you Geminis that are actually single and ready to mingy, there is someone very, very interesting that is going to cross your path this week. I like it because that person is going to make you feel really good. That person is going to happen at the right time. That person is going to cross your path when you kind of least expect it, but you're going to be very happy with yourself because of the certain accomplishment. And there is the really interesting situation that is going to arise. I really like it because there is something very important going to take place. Someone is going to cross your path this week, my gorgeous Geminis, and you're going to feel something that you didn't feel in a long time. Oh, Gemini, what's going on, my bambini? Okay, just watch this space, babies, indeed. Okay, so the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful Cancerini. My Cancerini, I love you so much. I mean, come on, my babies, come on. There is such an important progress that you are going to have this week. And I'm so happy for you because this progress is something that you have been waiting for, because it's immediately going to re-energize you. It's immediately going to open your eyes, and it's immediately going to give you so much beautiful and rather vavavoom-ish energy. I really like it because it's boiling down to a certain action. So therefore your really important progress and accomplishment is going to confirm something so good to you, something that you were worrying about, something that you were uncertain about when it comes to some kind of idea, but it's a lot to do with the second stage and the progress in your life. It's brilliant, my babies. At the same time, there will be a conclusion to a problem, and that problem, it's going to come to an end. It's going to be brilliant. brilliant, because there is going to be the certain compromise that is going to happen at the same time, but it doesn't matter, because immediately this beautiful energy is going to bring such an important harmony in, which is going to help you with the healing almost immediately, and it's going to help you with the focus, and that focus is going to be direct result of like what was happening in your life in the last 12 months and uncertainty that you felt. So now it's going to feel as powerful, as strong, as significant, as absolutely, oh my Lord, but it's going to be certain, but it's going to be very sharp, but it's going to be very clear, because it's coming from the focus that you didn't have before, and you are going to have a very important realization. Cancerinis, you've got more than you possibly want. You've got more than you possibly need in order to move on, in order to make an important decision, something that you wanted to do in such a long time. You've got more resources than you possibly need in order to do this and in order to go for it, because this week you're gonna be able to go that much further. And this is because the whole new promise is going to come through your own progress, and also it's just so important because it's the influence and motivation, because from someone absolutely very important in your life. Just watch this space, my gorgeous Cancerinis, and influence and motivation through someone very important to you in your life. It's going to take place. It's going to come to you, and it's going to happen to you at the right moment, at the right time, and you will know that you are going through a very, very important transition. You're going through a very important change, and this is so much so to do like, ooh la la, I'm just going to deal with those parts of my life that are absolutely annoying me, that are bringing me down, and that are really boring. As I said before, this life is too short. We are just the passengers on this earth. Indeed, we are 20, we are 30, we are 40, we are 50, we are 60, we are 70. There's no difference. We're all the same here, and life goes like that. This is because we are meant to be here only for the short amount of time on this earth, and then after this we go somewhere else. And this is why it's so important to get hold of this situation, to get hold of this moment, and just work with it and deal with it and make something out of it. This is going to bring you a wonderful unfoldment, which is most certainly going to lead towards an important change. And it's so important because it's to do with an abandonment, a little bit of sacrifice, of course, that you're going to need to make. It's going to be absolutely evident here, but this is all towards your own path, towards your own success, towards something that you want to do, that you always wanted to do, but it's a little readjustment. It's needed towards your own regeneration and rebirth. But most certainly 12 weeks later, something very important is going to take place. 12 weeks later, you will be able to feel the outcome, you will be able to see the outcome, you will be able to swim through this beautiful sea full of emotions, because it's to do with you or what you always wanted to do, but it's also to do with you discovering yourself and discovering your life and just being a little bit more challenging at the same time as well. What I find very exciting, my gorgeous Cancerini, you will have a very very strong vision when it comes to the luxurious life, and this is not a coincidence. This is happening at the right moment and the right time, and that in itself is going to make you feel very brave indeed. And that bravery, it's going to also show you the certain capacity of yours, and the certain capacity, it's also going to be an important moment in time for you, because you will know that this is all about your advancement, but also at the same time it's about the beginning of an absolutely remarkable, mind-blowing, strong, powerful adventure. But this adventure is just you just following your enthusiasm, you just following your optimism, you just following the actual initiative. But it's so much to do with something new, the new stage, new option, new idea, new start, but it's to do with unlimited possibilities. Absolutely, ooh la la, wonderful. On another hand, my gorgeous Cancerini, it's to do with your Justice, ooh la la, you're gonna hear about your justice. Whatever justice you're waiting for, my gorgeous Cancerinis, you're going to get your justice this week indeed. And also maybe it's like a legal justice, or maybe you're just waiting for someone to decide something for you. It all depends what type of unfoldment this is going to bring. But most certainly the justice is yours. It's going to bring you wonderful balance that you pretty much needed, and at the same time you're gonna get a mind-blowing advice. When you hear about the justice, you will have a big smile on your face, my gorgeous Cancerinis, but at the same time, just remember that you will get a really powerful, strong, very, very important advice, okay? Just watch this space, my gorgeous Cancerinetti, okay? Cancerini. Okie dokie. So now I'm just going to shuffle this cardini, and I'm going to see what is your Tarotini Cardini of the Weekini. What is your tarot card of the week, my gorgeous Canceri? Oh la la, look at all this sharpness that you are going to have. Fresh sharpness, a beautiful week full of inspiration and ideas that you are going to have. And this is coming through as such an important balanced force and harmony. But it's a lot to do with a beautiful inspiration that you are going to have. That the right people that are going to be around you, the right people are going to be inspiring you, and this is an important moment in time when it comes to your own transformation. This is so good, and it's a very important week for you, my gorgeous Cancerini, because most certainly this is to do with unlimited possibilities, you know, like an obsession, but a really good obsession, because your life is going on a rather advanced level indeed. Okay, when it comes to your health, my gorgeous Cancerinis, I'm going to tell you one thing again. When it comes to your mouth and inside your mouth, it is going to be rather sensitive, so just make sure that you are taking vitamin C in the form of organic acerola cherry powder. Organic acerola cherry powder is natural form of vitamin C, which is absolutely wonderful, and you take it 1 glass. It's a powder, so you take 1 little glass of water, teaspoon, 1 in the morning, the first thing as soon as you wake up, and 1 before you go to sleep. Like, it's absolutely wonderful because it's going to help with the cold and flu symptoms, because you are also going to have a little bit of sore throat as well, a little bit of sensitive chest. So this organic acerola cherry powder is going to help you with your cold and flu symptoms, but it's also going to help you with your sensitive gums and with the gum healing alongside with zinc, which is what I recommended to you before. Zinc is also wonderful for the healing gums and for the cold and flu, to boost your immune system alongside as well. Another thing I was going to say to you, I recommended this before and I'm going to say it again. Fluoride is vile. The actual fluoride is very dangerous, and it's vile. It shouldn't even be in the toothpaste. It shouldn't even be in the mouthwashes. And I will say it again, fluoride is vile. Do not believe when they tell you, oh yeah, fluoride is like really good for your teeth. No baby, no, it is not. So basically make sure that you are using toothpaste without fluoride and the mouthwash without fluoride. Okay, toothpaste, I highly suggest something like organic tea tree and aloe vera, and mouthwash, something to do with the tea trees and aloe vera as well, but it needs to be without fluoride, please, because it's going to be so much better for you indeed. Okay, if you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor or GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. Sorry, another thing I was going to say to you, it's a vitamin D. I don't know if I said it, but it's vitamin D that I need you to take for your bones as well, to protect them. Okay, now my gorgeous Cancerinis, I'm going to basically see what is going to happen with those of you in relationship. It's a quite important moment in time because there is some kind of departure and journey going to take place. This means two things. You are reaching a very important stage as a couple, and you will be provided with an option at the end of this week that you didn't have before, and this is good. And it's most certainly going to be the step in the right direction, okay? It's going to be brilliant, and it's going to put a smile on your face as well. But it's also, It's also to do with like some kind of trip and journey. Like if some kind of trip or journey come through, please try to book it if you possibly can, because you're going to benefit from it so much, because this refreshed energy is also going to bring you an opportunity that you wouldn't have, and this is going to come through some kind of idea, but these things only happen when we change our scenery. Okay. The second thing is Cancerini. You know, like basically it's just so significant for you. It is not about finding the love of your life, like for those of you that are single and ready to mingy, but you need to understand this week you need to go out. This week you are going to be like a little flower that is just going to be so close to the sky, so close to the sun, and enjoy yourself. It's so important for you to go out. Oh my Lord. The reason why, because a lot is going to happen, a lot is going to start changing, but in the best possible way. When it comes to your own excitement, you are most certainly going to become the part of the group of people that are new to you, part of the group of the brand new dimension that is new to you. And this in itself is going to be everything, because it's going to help you to get in touch with yourself. I'm not saying that you're not in touch with yourself, but these people are going to be direct impact on you meeting someone else. But before that, you need to meet these people first. This is very complex and it's very interesting. So the bottom line is, go out as much as you can, but also at the same time try to change things a little bit and be as open-minded as you possibly can as well. But very important people are about to cross your path. These people are going to be playing an important role when someone quite significant steps into your life, and it's not even going to be that long at all. Okay, so the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful Leonis. Oh my lordy lord, my gorgeous Leonis. This is absolutely brilliant. You know what I mean? Because it's all about your own accomplishment, it's all about your own excitement, and it's all about the certain balance that you are going to have at the same time. I think you must have been blaming yourselves for something. I think you must have been like blaming yourself for something, you know, in order not to use your own full force, in order not to kind of like be as open-minded. Something was bringing you down, but that was also affecting you to make decisions and to move on, because you were blaming yourself, and this blame became a bit of a fear, and then this fear became a little bit of a blockage, in particular when it comes to you being as open-minded, as optimistic, and in particular when it comes to stepping into an unknown. You know, we can just become like a kind of part of our own prison, our own spiritual prison, until we learn, until we come to terms with the certain situations and the certain unfoldment that happened in our life in the past, but it just took away from us so much, like emotionally, that it's just left us like kind of hanging. And this particular energy and vibration is just kind of creating very difficult time in order to have a wake-up call. And wake-up call is just what's pretty much so needed in order to get that focus back. What I think is absolutely wonderful, basically this week is going to be such a good week. I'm telling you, my gorgeous Leonis, because it's all about this accomplishment that you are going to have. This accomplishment that you are going to have is just pretty much so going to reveal the direction that you wouldn't have. It's going to reveal a couple of things. There's going to be like a little defeat as well that is going to be revealed at the same time, something that didn't work, something that is not going to work, but most certainly it's at the same time the whole brand new option going to be open. So we've got a bit of a yin-yang here, we've got a bit of a balance, my gorgeous Leonis, indeed. But just remember that you're going to come to terms with something, and it's going to be quite weird and bizarre how strong you're going to feel about the stage of your life, about the part of your life that you were scared of to make a certain decision. Perhaps you were worrying that other people might kind of like be affected by your own decision if you do it wrong, but most certainly you're going to do an absolutely remarkable decision. You're going to make an absolutely remarkable decision here, and this is so good, because on one hand, you know, it is the certain defeat that is going to be revealed, but this is going to be brilliant because this is an end of the journey. This is a completion, an important completion that you are going to have, and that in itself is going to give you a reason to celebrate. You're not going to be able to understand why glad, you feel so excited at around the midweek. This is going to refresh your energy, and this energy is also going to bring a beautiful healing impact on you. And this is going to be very much so a rather powerful projection that you are going to be projecting throughout this week. So therefore, you're going to find yourself being part of like quite a challenging situation, because you will kind of you will be invited into something. It's to do with like invitation, and it's to do with a certain opportunity that you are going to have, and you are going to do something that is going to surprise yourself, a challenging situation that is going to take off like there is no tomorrow, because it's not only going to be really successful, really brilliant, connected to unlimited possibilities at the same time, but it's also going to give you room to think. It's going to help you to realize something, and it's going to be an important part of your progress, and you will want to kind of think about it, because it's just going to make you realize that there is the whole world of possibilities that you have that are going to make you feel so much happier. They're going to make you feel so much better. They're going to make you feel so much more excited about life. It's so good. This week it's going to be escape. My gorgeous Leonis, this is so good, because something very bad is coming to an end, and this is very emotional, and it's very deep, and it's something that is very important to you, but it's so personal that you don't like talking about it at all. But the bottom line is that's coming to an end, and it's brilliant, because that is going to be a quite important moment. This is going to be one of the most important moments that you had in a long time, my gorgeous Leonis, because you're gonna gather your strength, you're gonna gather your power. This is going to be the direct result of your accomplishment and of your self-esteem and your courage as well. It's just going to jump out of you like there is no tomorrow. It's brilliant, because you're going to make a very, very important decision. That decision is just going to be so good for you, because somebody who is like quite significant in your life is going to confirm something to you at the same time. And this is also going to bring you an inspiration where you need it, and a little bit of a power where you need it when it comes to challenging situation, because you will do something absolutely remarkable, and you're gonna see through your own bravery, you're gonna realize your own capacity, and this is all about your own strength. This is all about your own power, and also the fact that you are going to step into the unknown this week, and the way you're gonna act and the way you're gonna react, it's going to be absolutely everything when it comes to having a quite significant answer, and very important answer, like when it comes to your life and what to do next, what to turn to, and which direction to take, and how to deal with an issue and problem that you're worried, like if you do something wrong, and if you go slightly towards the wrong direction, it may affect like people around you as well. It's brilliant, because most certainly things are going to do really well. I can see you being absolutely ecstatic and very happy with a new stage, which is going to become very promising for you. And most certainly this week it's going to bring such a significant clarity, and that is going to lead towards a victory, my gorgeous Leonis. Victory, because you will on one hand something is going to be confirmed to you, on another hand you will know what to do. You will finally know what to do, and then again you are going to be absolutely fine, and you're going to be safe, because most certainly this is all towards your own safety, security and power, and an important vision that you're going to have before the end of the week. That vision that you're going to have is going to be so strong, it's going to be so powerful, it's going to come from somewhere else. It's going to be either come through your dreams, or the first thing in the morning, or while you're meditating, while you're having lucid dreaming, while you're like and grounding yourself. It's just so important the way this is actually going to come to you, because it's just going to be everything, and it's most certainly going to bring you resolution of a problem, conclusion, which is on another hand going to bring you a wonderful healing. My Lord, my gorgeous Leonis, this is so important, because on another hand, this is all about your own transformation, and just to make sure that you're changing as much as you can around you, as much much as you change around you throughout this week, the more this is going to have an impact on you and on your energy, on your energy levels, and it's going to help you with the drainage as well, energy drain. Okay, so now I'm just going to shuffle these cards, my gorgeous Leonis. I like it. You're going to rediscover yourself. You know, I say rediscover because it's a very important conversation, confirmation you will have what you have been lying to yourself. You know, something that you know that you need to do in order to be happy, in order to move on. But it's not as bad as it seems. You know, you just need to gather that strength and power and just go for it. It's there. You know what you need to do, okay? It's important. And this is your tarot card of the week, my gorgeous Leonites. My gorgeous Leonis. Bam para para bam 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 dun 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 dun. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? What did I tell you? Okay. Okay, it's the Hanged Man. I mean, come on, man. It's all about your own rebirth. This is important because you're going to have a sacred week. You will be able to understand what somebody very important in your life was trying to confirm to you, was trying to tell you that this is what you need to do. This is where you need to go. This is the path you need to take. I'm not saying that someone was telling it to you what exactly to do, but this was all confirmed to you already. So this is going to be an important week when it comes to your own rebirth. This is all about your own readjustment, okay, about what you need to do in order to change your life. But also it's as important for you to realize that there will be a little sacrifice. Emotionally you may be like a little bit, oh my god, I'm not too sure, but baby, this is the way it is. This is your yin and this is your yang, and the outcome is your own rebirth. But in between is a bit of a readjustment that you're not going to need to make, my darlings. Okay? When it comes to your health, my gorgeous Leonis, when it comes to your health, my gorgeous Leonis, you need to take vitamin D. When it comes to your healthy health, my gorgeous Leonis, you need to take vitamin D. Vitamin D is superb when it comes to your bones, when it comes to your immune system, combination of your bones, your immune system. Leonis, you also need to make sure that you take calcium, magnesium. Calcium, magnesium are going to be both important for your bones, okay? And also make sure that you take a friendly bacteria. Please try to avoid soya if you possibly can, but if you can get like a friendly bacteria through the actual maybe yogurt, like a normal yogurt, you know, every single morning is quite important, but that's just one of the sources of where you can get friendly bacteria, you know. It's quite important because it's going to help with your stomach and also like a little bit of like a digestive system, and also natural a dose of B vitamins, you know. If you can get like a B vitamin complex, that is going to help with your natural B vitamin complex or food rich in B vitamins. That is going to help with your nervous system, and at the same time it's going to be very beneficial for your digestive system, which is something that I think you will need. And try to sip a chamomile throughout this week. Organic chamomile is not just a tea, it's very powerful combination of herbs indeed. So please try to drink a chamomile tea. It's very important, and also it's going to be quite soothing when it comes to your stomach. Try to drink like organic try to take stevia instead of sugar. Try to avoid sugar, or maybe a little bit of organic tea, for example. A little bit of organic honey. But just try to avoid sugar if you have to take sweeteners, you know. But this is going to be very beneficial for your stomach indeed. And also organic aloe vera. Organic aloe vera is also quite good to take on daily basis, which is very good and very soothing when it comes to your stomach indeed. Okay, you also need to avoid aluminium. Please try to avoid aluminium deodorants. Try to use deodorants which are aluminium free, because you are going to be sensitive to aluminium throughout this week. If you're on any other medications, if you are pregnant or if you are breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor. You just need to check with your GP. Only your doctor and GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. For those of you that are in relationship, you know, it's brilliant For those of you in relationship, it's brilliant. Pa, pa, pa. It's brilliant. For those of you in relationship, you are going to have a very important moment this week indeed. And this moment will change everything, okay? For the good, okay? So there will be an important moment that you will have this week. And that moment is going to allow you both to make an absolutely mind-blowing decision. Something that you both wanted to do in a really long time, but most certainly it's part of this harmony which is going to allow you this to happen this week. For those of you that are single and ready to mingy, my gorgeous Leonis, someone is going to be around you this week, but this person, if you want to kind of start something with them, it's not going to start straight away like kissy, you know what I mean? But it's just going to be like the beginning of the progress. But this person that is going to be around you, if you want some kind of a progress and the beginning of something, it needs to happen from you. It needs to happen through you. It needs to happen by you, okay? So there is a progress that you're going to have here, and that particular progress is going to be so important, so significant, which is going to bring this person closer to you the next time when you see them. But this is going to be the part of you that needs to come out and be brave to test your own capacity, which most certainly you'll be around someone who is making you feel like a nervous, but it's just all about you. Be very open-minded, and if you fancy that person, if you like that person and they're making you nervous, then just kind of forget about the fact that you fancy them and you like them. Just be very explorative and be very open-minded, be very chatty, and just let this energy flow and just focus on other things. Do not let this negativity and this uncertainty bring you down. Be open-minded and you're going to be absolutely fine, my gorgeous Leonis, indeed. Okay, before I do Virgolinis, I'm going to be gone and I will be back in just a couple of minutes, not even a couple of minutes. Bam, ba, ba, bam, 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 la, 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 dun, tu, du, 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 na, 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 na. Bam, ba, ba, bam, 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 ba, bam, bam, bam. La, 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 la. Well, I heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord, but you don't really care for music, do ya? Well, it goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall and the major lift, the baffled king composing hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Well, your faith was strong, but you needed proof. You saw her bathing on the roof, her beauty and the moonlight overthrew ya. She tied you to her kitchen chair, she broke your throne and she cut your hair, and from your lips she drew the hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Alleluia, 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 Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. My gorgeous Virgolini, 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 listen to me, my gorgeous Bambinis and Bambinas. This is going to be quite important week, and you know why? Because you're going to feel like a little bit naughty, naughty, naughty. This naughty feeling is going to be everything. This naughty feeling is going to be more than just naughty, naughty feeling. This is also going to come in the form of a beautiful little bubble that you're going to burst. At the same time, you're going to burst something really important, because this is going to create an important moment in time when it comes to your own creativity, when it comes to your own importance of discovering an important and quite significant path about yourself. But it's going to come in the form of you feeling a little bit naughty, in a form of a bravery which is going to help you to open up yourself to new opportunities, bravery which is going to help you to react in a way that you wouldn't normally react. And this, my gorgeous Virgolinis, is going to be absolutely everything. It is going to be the moment in time when you're going to have it crystal clear. What do you need to do? What do you need? Where do you need to go? Which path do you need to follow? But it's so much to do with the stage of your life that is slowly coming to an end, and is slowly coming to a certain completion. You know, this is very important, because emotionally this is going to have such an incredible and rejuvenating moment on your life, like there is no tomorrow. Instinctively, this is going to be an important moment, because it's going to take you there where you need to be, where you need to go, what you need to do. It's something to do with your past as well. What was going on in the last 2 years, my gorgeous Virgolinis, the change that you wanted to do, that you wanted to make, that you wanted to create in the last couple of years. Now, it is just going to be like the moment of bravery. It's just going to be the crystal clear vision that you're going to have about your future, which is also going to bring you a necessary balance in order to understand what exactly is going on. An important confirmation to somebody who knows you so well, my babies, in your life. It's also going to tell you something which is just going to like kind of shake you up a little bit. It's going to open your eyes a bit more. But this is exactly what you need, because you are going to be able to see so much further, so much more around you. And this this is going to be absolutely everything, because it is going to bring you the activity and important progress, in particular, an advancement, but in particular when it comes to the stage of your life and a part of your life that you already kind of wanted to change. You wanted to make a certain change, a certain adjustment, but it was bringing you down because it was just kind of creating so much uncertainty. So most certainly this is going to be brilliant, because it's all about you bursting your own bubble, but at the same time you're just going to be surprised with what a wonderful outcome you are actually going to have. And already at around the midweek, this particular midweek that you are going to have, it is just going to bring you the whole new sense of consciousness, which is just instead of thinking like a negative about a certain stage and certain part of your life that is no longer working. Now this is going to in turn into an absolutely remarkable moment in time, and you are going to come to terms with something, and that is most certainly going to become a rather adventurous moment in time, because at the same time you're going to release yourself from a very, very heavy karma that was preventing you to kind of be yourself, that was preventing you to kind of reach certain stages and areas of your life. And two things that were really slow and unfolding very slow in your life, most certainly they are going to be kind of a very much so two important points that are going to require from you to work a bit more and make necessary changes and look at the things from a slightly different angle, and you are going to see the whole world of difference. My gorgeous Virgolinis, and a fantastic accomplishment this week, it's going to come through when it comes to your strength. The strength is going to come through you feeling so special, so powerful. This is nothing unusual, my gorgeous Virgolinis, because you are very powerful signs. You are very special signs. I said already that you are in tune with the earthy energies like no other signs, and this makes you very powerful. But also on another hand, it makes you to look at the things from a much deeper level, very deeper level, which sometimes can bring you down and slow things a little bit, but most certainly it brings you to the top of your spiritual journey. An important week when it comes to your practicality and your practical knowledge. You need to remember, you will be tested a little bit. You need to remember to be yourself. And when you're tested this week, you will be kind of maybe worried a bit too much what somebody else think or what other people think. No, baby, no. It's the time for you to remember that you're in your special bubble this week. This bubble is going to be superb, and it's going to become more powerful, more sharp, and more special, and more significant, more protective about you, around you, as more you are yourself. This week you will learn something very important about yourself by being yourself, through being yourself. When it comes to some kind of acumen, something very special about yourself, it's going to come out, and it's also going to become the light, and important light at the end of the tunnel, which is just going to provide you with a whole new direction. You're going to make an absolutely vavumish decision, and September and October 2020 are going to be mind-blowing, and this is going to the October and September and October 2020 are going to be mind-blowing because of the decision that you are going to make here. And decision that you are going to make here, it's going to be about a certain abandonment. Something slowly came to an end, but you will see as soon as you make that decision based on a certain abandonment, it's good to evaluate your situation. What does it need to go? What makes you feel maybe negative? What makes you feel sad? What makes you feel lonely? There is also going to be a bit of a toxic situation that is going to be revealed at the same time, at the right moment in time. And this is going to be brilliant because it's going to confirm something to you, but at the same time it's just going to kind of make your vision even more crystal clear when it comes to that particular focus. And this is coming from the peakest moment of your own radiance, and this happens when you are most certainly going through your own rebirth and having a bravery that you didn't have in a long time. I'm not saying that you weren't brave, but I'm saying that you will surprise yourself the way you're going to react on a certain situation that is going to become part of your journey here, and it's going to be brilliant, and it's most certainly going to lead towards an important situation when it comes to negotiation. Absolutely mind-blowing negotiation is going to take place. This means, my gorgeous Virgolinis, that anything you want to do, anything you want to start, anything you want to begin, you just go for it, my babies, and give it 1000%, in particular this week, by being you. Just remember, be yourself. There is no other version of you than you. This is something that you really need to remember. It's going to be important. If you need to apply for the jobs, if you need to like talk about a certain some kind of promotion on the next stage of your life, next stage of your journey, most certainly this is the right time to do it, because then not only you're going to have a great negotiation, but this is also showing you that you're going to have a quite successful week at the same time as well. What I was going to say, something that you have been working on for the past 6 months, and this past 6 weeks were very much so intense, and very important because of this stage. So there is going to be an absolutely remarkable good news that you are going to have. Now, this is to do with your gain, with financial situation, with the things that you've done and before in the past and you weren't too sure. Now this is going to be fantastic confirmation for you, but most certainly it's about the good news. You're going to get a good news about your own advancement, something that you expected, but it's going to come on an advanced level, my babies, and this is all about you, and it's all about your beauty, and it's all about your power, and it's all about you being so different in order to be able to get to this particular stage. This is going to be a sacred week for you, my gorgeous Virgolinis, because it's about what you expected is to do with your desires, but most certainly on an advanced level. It's to do with the promotion, it's to do with the next stage, it's to do with you feeling really excited about yourself, but also recognizing an important idea, my gorgeous Virgolinis. It's going to take place, and that idea is going to help you to recognize something way out of the situation, but also most certainly it's something that you will be able to take on then and there, which is just going to become an absolutely rather prominent part of your spiritual journey. And I like it because it's all about the actual recognition of the abilities that are going to be so important later on, but also this is going to be about the transformation. At the same time, you'll be clearing away the old to make a way for the new. It's absolutely perfect because it's going to boost your energy at the same time, but it's leading towards the beginning of an absolutely important adventure. And not only when it comes to your finances, but this is to do with your emotions, this is to do with your feelings, this is to do with your love life, this is to do with your family. An important week when it comes to the beginning of an adventure. Beautiful enthusiasm, and that enthusiasm is at the same time going to be your power. It is going to be your strength. It is going to be very difficult to ignore you, my gorgeous Virgolinis, and that's what I'm saying, because you're going to be projecting this ooh la la, rather vavavumish energy, and it's brilliant because you will know that this is going to lead towards a big change in your life, but it's to do with unlimited possibilities, carelessness in the best possible way, because the balance is going to be absolutely perfect. So therefore you will be able to feel this so much, and the things that didn't make sense, they're going to start making sense here indeed. An important confirmation is going to take place, but also at the same time a justice. You're also going to hear about a justice, whether you waited for some kind of a justice for a court, or whether you waited some kind of someone to make an important decision for you. It doesn't matter. You are most certainly going to have your justice. This is going to bring you wonderful balance, wonderful vibration, and at the same time, my gorgeous Virgolinis, when you hear about your justice, just remember that you are going to get almost like a sacred advice, very important, wise and sacred advice you're going to get, and this is going to help you so much to recognize something about yourself, the confirmation, but also the way out. Beautiful, important, and very, very significant when it comes to the departure journey, and an important advancement at the same time, my gorgeous Virgolinis. It's just a news that you're gonna get also at around the end of the week. It's gonna be like your green light. Go for it when you feel so uncertain, but at the same time you will know it's the great time for an investment into yourself, an investment investment into your life, an investment into your happiness. This is going to be so important because it's going to lead towards such a significant stage that otherwise it wouldn't happen. This is about the return of your strength, which is on another hand going to make you realize that you can bridge for so much more that you were able to bridge before, and this is going to enhance your power so much, and it's going to bring you a promise where there wasn't promise before in your life, and this is going to boost your creativity and make you realize how special, how powerful, and how significant person you are to people, to all the people who know you, and most certainly to people in your life. You're gonna get a really great news about your own success, and it's gonna be rather vavavumish because it's gonna boost your confidence. It's gonna make you feel so proud about yourself, but also people around you are gonna feel so proud about you as well. So this is gonna be such an important moment in time, my gorgeous Virgolinis, that you're actually going to be having this week. Indeed, a little surprise. Someone is also going to tell you something, and it's going to surprise you. You caught someone's attention. My gorgeous Virgolinis, you are entering a very big stage, and you are going to court someone's attention this week, and that is going to be everything. You will see exactly what I mean. There is going to be a little element of surprise at the same time, but most certainly this is going to boost your confidence even more, and that is also going to create that missing puzzle that was missing in your life, or to get a certain understanding of an unfoldment of a particular situation that was quite prominent in your life for the last 7 or 8 months, and it was preventing you to make an important decision. This is all going to make sense, and it's going to be absolutely brilliant because it's about the actual resolution of the problem that is going to bring you a mind-blowing conclusion, but at the same time it's all about the healing and satisfactory result and inspiration that you're going to have and get at the same time. You see, King of Swords, not a surprise at all. You're also going to have an absolutely remarkable balance, okay? Absolutely remarkable balance, and this is all about the activity and determination. An amazing, mind-blowing activity and determination is going to return. Not only you're gonna feel this so much, but this is also going to be part of this absolutely mind-blowing vibration that you're gonna be projecting to other people at the same time. This is the time to deal with problems, to deal with issues, because you will enjoy yourself throughout. Where you think you will be like, oh no way, I don't want to do this. Now this is going to be an absolutely excellent time to test the water, test yourself, and the outcome, it's going to bring you something really important at the same time. It's all about your own experience, and it's all about the actual an important idea. You are going to have an important idea. This is going to be so good because it's going to be direct impact of all this that I said so far that is actually going to take place. Hallelujah. You see what I mean? And now when it comes to your health, my gorgeous Virgolinis, this is like a classic. This is like becoming like a classic to take organic acerola cherry powder. Everybody needs to take this right now to boost their immune system, and the same to you. I can see a bit of a cold situation, bit of like a cold situation, like your sore throat, it's like a little bit of sensitive chest, and the things like that. So organic acerola cherry powder, I highly suggest you to take it in the morning and in the evening. 1 little teaspoon in a glass of water in the morning, 1 little teaspoon in a glass of water in the evening. You take it, and also this is going to replenish your vitamin C levels, and also vitamin D, natural vitamin D. I need you to take for your bones to protect yourself, but at the same time inside your mouth is going to be rather sensitive, so vitamin C is going to help you with the gum healing, and also zinc would be quite good for both gum healing and the actual cold and flu, okay? And also when it comes to your digestion, it's going to be sensitive. Try to avoid sugar throughout this week, please. And if you need to take a sugar, just take like a stevia, or take organic honey maybe perhaps instead. And also a little bit of aloe vera juice would be quite good as well to take on daily basis, because it's going to be quite soothing for your tummy. And also the actual avoid chemicals when it comes to your deodorant, you know, aluminium free, because you will be quite sensitive to aluminium as well. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, then you just need to check with your doctor. You just need to check with your GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. For those of you in relationship, you know, this is so good because the whole new inspiration is going to come through. The whole new inspiration is going to come forward. Perhaps you needed this, you wanted this. This is an important stage because that inspiration is going to help you both to have a certain understanding, and that certain understanding is going to help you with the actual to end a certain problem, you know, conclusion to a certain problem, and that is most certainly going to create an important compromise. An important compromise for the couples is going to take place. Okay, for those of you that are single and ready to mingy, oh my god, Virgolini, you know, there is someone here, but I need you to be careful. This is not the right person. It's someone like who is going to be around you. I need you to be a little bit careful. It's like, oh my god, gorgeous person on the outside, but it's like, oh my god, worms on the inside. Worms. No, it's somebody nice, like, sorry about that, but somebody like nice, you know, but somebody who's not really standing on like a normal ground, you know, somebody who's not too sure about themselves, somebody who's uncertain about themselves. But it's not only that, I just don't like this person whatsoever. I think it's an important part of your spiritual journey because you are going to come across somebody who's like a little bit using people this week. For those of you that are single and ready to mingy, most certainly not the right person for you. But then again, that person is just going to be quite good for you because it's going to help you to realize certain obstacle. And believe me or not, there is some kind of realization that you are going to have through this person. Perhaps you will like this person first. Maybe you like this person already, but then you're going to come across this person again, and then you're going to talk, and then you're going to realize, oh my god, there's something is not right. But it's going to be quite good and important stepping stone when it comes to you realizing something about yourself, and that is actually help you to go over a certain obstacle. You know, very important moment in time indeed. Okay, before I do Liberina, I'm gonna be 1 second. Libera, 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 libera. Libera, libera. Libera, libera. Libera, 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 libera. Libera, libera, libera. Libera is going to be mischievous this week again. Libera, 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 libera. Libera, 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 heal the world, make it a better place. For you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough about a living, make a better place for you and for Libera. You and for me, you and for me. Heal the world, make it a better place. For you and for me and the entire human race. There are People dying, if you care enough about a living, make a better place for you and for me. You and for me. You and for me. You and for me. You and for make a better place. Liberina. My gorgeous Libra, you see, it's just, oh my God. You know what you have? Do you know what you have this week? Be as open-minded as you can. Be as naughty as you can, okay? Stay true to yourself. You are going to have an important moment in time when it comes to the absolute turning point. This turning point is going to come from somewhere completely different, from somewhere completely bizarre. Like someone is going to do something, and that what they do is just going to affect you. It's going to reflect on you in a certain way, but then again, at the same time, there is going to be the certain response that is going to be required from you. This response is going to be everything, because it's going to surprise you, but it's also going to provide you with an option and an opportunity that you wouldn't normally have. This is a very important Wheel of Fortune week, my gorgeous Libra. You are having a Wheel of Fortune week, and this is so good to penetrate into this dimension, to penetrate into this bubble by being as open-minded, by keeping yourself as busy as possible, because something very quick is going to take place very fast, and this is just going to be like a quick little jump that is going to happen, opposed to like being so slow and so difficult stage of your life that was just making you scared a little bit, and it was preventing you to move on because it was tampering with your own feeling of security and power, and it's to do with this particular uncertainty. It's a very strong moment of bravery that you are going to have here at the same time, my gorgeous Libra. And it's all about the actual destiny, fortune, and an absolutely mind-blowing outcome that you are going to have. But this is to do with your own advancement, and it's to do with a certain culmination. An important conclusion is going to take place because you're approaching a very, very important time. You're approaching the end of the problem, and that end of the problem that you are basically approaching is going to be everything, and it's going to happen in two different ways. There's going to be the realization about a certain unrealistic attitude and fantasy and imagination, which is just absolutely fine. So there is going to be the certain abandonments that you are going to have, a little bit of redirection at the same time. It's not going to happen immediately, but as the time goes by this week, you're just going to start feeling like a more oh my God, more unsettled, like with unhappy parts of your life, and they will be very much so illuminated, but it's going to be really good, because at the same time you're going to have the right balance of bravery, optimism, and strength, and a clear focus, which is just going to keep everything strong and hold everything strong for you when it comes to the actual now, what's happening now, when it comes to your past, but most importantly when it comes to your immediate future. There is going to be a very strong connection that is just going to clear so much for you at the same time. So this is where this bravery is going to come from, and this is most certainly also going to be an important moment in time, because it's just about the actual activity and determination that you are going to have from the beginning of this week. It's absolutely wonderful. It's fantastic, and it's also going to mark the beginning of the return of the rather wonderful, fabulous energy. This fabulous energy is just going to be very vibrant in terms of being optimistic, in terms of achieving quite a lot throughout this week. Indeed, throughout the month it's going to be very important, but throughout this week it's going to be very significant, because it's all boiled down to you feeling very open-minded indeed, and there's a certain important decision that you are going to make, and that decision that you're gonna make is gonna make you feel even more vibrant, even more optimistic, and this is because you will know how important this is actually going to be for you. You may not be able to explain everything like completely how you feel and what you do throughout this week, but you will be guided by your angels, you will be guided by your spirit guides. You will be guided by your subconscious mind. And this is exactly where you are going to need to be. And it's important to say that you are going through an ancient healing wisdom throughout this week. So you will be very wise. You will be very like a deep. You will be very like, at the same time, you're going to be quite mischievous and very energetic and very open-minded. But at the same time, you're going to feel super clever, super powerful. I'm not saying that you don't feel clever normally, but you are just going to be having lots of moments like, oh my God, how do I know this? How do I know this? And this is so good because, subconsciously you're rebuilding yourself and you're going through a really important stage and moment. And this is also going to kind of require from you to look around you as the time goes by, as the days goes by. And that in itself is just going to open your eyes so much that you will be able to notice all these things around you that you didn't notice before. Very spiritual moment you will have, this week. Very, very spiritual moment of self-discovery. And this is going to be something that you will realize, oh my God, this has been missing in my life so much. An important stage of self-discovery. It's going to make you realize what was missing in your life. This is so good and it's very important, and it's going to be the greatest moment in time when it comes to some kind of accomplishment and success at the same time. Because my babies, on one hand, an annoying problem with a certain person, very difficult problem, I shouldn't say annoying, but difficult problem is coming to an end. Somebody who's very important to you in your family, but at the same time, it's to do with accomplishment, and there's some kind of change that you are going to be able to start reflect on. When it comes to your home, what did you want to do? When it comes to your immediate environment, there is some kind of change that is going to start coming through slowly, but this is to do with you just making a big decision. But it's so good because the whole people around you, your immediate people around you, are going to benefit from it. So there is going to be an absolutely remarkable big change that you're going to start making when it comes to your home. But at the same time, you're going to feel the greatest honor, and that honor is going to be everything, because on one hand, you are going to have a control over situation that is going to bring you so much strength and courage, but on another hand is the confidence, because of the accomplishment is going to change everything. It's important because you will be able to get hold of the certain vision, but it's to do with the luxury and culmination. But at the same time, a motivation through someone very successful in your life is just going to take place, and it's going to confirm that an important sacrifice, readjustment, regeneration and rebirth is about to take place. Oh my God, my gorgeous Libra, this is really important. It's just to do with as soon as you kind of realize that there is going to be this continuance of a certain effort will slowly come to an end, but at the same time something very important is going to happen when it comes to the actual beginning of the an adventurous moment in time. And it's just going to require from you to just go for it and be as open-minded, because you are most certainly going to have a serene knowledge. As I said, you're going to have a very serene knowledge, and you will be surprised what you're going to kind of feel yourself kind of attracted to throughout this week. And this is nothing unusual, but there is something in particular that is going to very much so, the hidden emotion is going to come to the surface, the hidden emotion that you're going to need to work on, the hidden emotion that you're going to need to pay attention to. Why is this coming to the surface at around the end of the week? And it's important because that hidden emotion is also going to point you towards the right direction, but on another hand, it's going to help you to penetrate your mind so much. So it's going to illuminate you in a way where you're going to realize where you have been frequently too restrained. This is important for you to realize, because something, certain where you're going to realize that you have been frequently too restrained, it's at the same time very special message for you that you are going to have about your own invocation, which is going to bring you a clear focus, and it's coming from the peak of radiance, from an important peak of radiance of yourself, which is going to at the same time going to become the greatest moment in time of activation. Okay, harmony, an amazing harmony is going to come through, and it's going to become the greatest moment in time when it comes to the actual unfoldment. Absolutely fantastic, and the greatest moment in time to actually negotiate. If you do want to have negotiations or anything like that, please go for for it, because this week it's going to be that much better and you're going to end up with so much more. On another hand, you're also going to benefit from absolutely wonderful news when it comes to justice, my gorgeous Libra. It's a victorious moment in time when it comes to your own personal justice. This is going to be more important to you than anything, and it is going to give you like an important reason for celebration. This is going to be so significant because on another hand, it's going to be your own wake-up call, the realization how much closer towards something absolutely mind-blowing in your life you actually are. You just have to trust yourself. Trust yourself, trust yourself, trust yourself, my gorgeous Libra. Trust yourself. Just remember, trust yourself. Come out of your comfort zone. This is going to be absolutely superb. Every time you do something different, every time you come out of your comfort zone, it's going to provide you with something else. Absolutely remarkable indeed. Okay, so now I'm just going to shuffle these cards, my gorgeous Libra, and I'm going to see what is going to be a tarot card for this week. Oh, King of Swords. Now, come on. This, how crazy this is. Look at this. My gorgeous Libra, this is nothing unusual. I'm taking this card out again. Look at this, King of Swords. Absolutely remarkable. This is all about the activity and determination. It is just it's going to be absolutely mind-blowing, and it's going to be life-changing. You, as more active you are, Libra, the more life-changing this is going to be. As more active you are, the more open-minded you are going to be. As more active you are, the more lucky you are going to be. I need you to throw yourself into all sorts of situations this week. You need to throw yourself in all sorts of situations this week. It's very, very important, because as I said, the more active you are, the more lucky you are going to be. It's very important, you know. It's also going to provide you with an opportunity that is going to little bit surprise you at around the end of the week. But you know, it's to do with that particular idea that I've already told you. It's a fantastic moment in time when it comes to your bravery, power, your own personal transformation, satisfaction, accomplishment, and also, you know, to test the waters. Anything new, go for it. But I like it because this is the week of discovery, self-discovery, and being as active as possible. Every single creativity you do, every single day, it's going to be something else that is going to be provided to you, that is most certainly going to be the part of this important direction which is about to start unfolding for you, my gorgeous Libra. So now, for those of you that are actually wondering about health, my gorgeous Libra, as you see, I see your shoulders a little bit sensitive. Just make sure that you are like kind of doing relevant exercises, and also your neck is going to be a little bit sensitive at the same time. So make sure that you're doing certain exercises, make sure that you sit in the correct way, make sure that you sleep perhaps on your side, you know, like with a good quality pillow and a good quality in between your good quality in between your legs. good quality pillow in between your legs, okay? And then just that by doing this, then you allow your lower back to relax in the way it wouldn't normally relax. On another hand, you're also going to need, everybody needs organic acerola cherry powder. Everybody needs to boost their immune system right now. They don't say how important vitamin C is, how impactful vitamin C is, in particular when it comes to boosting our own energy, boosting our own immune system. Very important. I need you to take organic acerola cherry powder, 1 in the morning, Libra, 1 in the evening, and I need 1 teaspoon in the morning with a little bit of water, drink it. 1 teaspoon in the evening with a little bit of water, drink it. I know I said thousands of times, but it's important for people to get this with a combination of zinc, natural zinc tablets, are also going to help you to boost your immune system against cold and flu. And another thing I need you to take is just make sure that you are avoiding fluoride. I know I said this before. Make sure you're avoiding fluoride toothpaste and fluoride mouthwash, because it's horrible. And make sure that you're using natural toothpaste and natural mouthwash without fluoride. Very important because of the sensitive mouth. And on another hand, it's just very important to actually keep on taking zinc and vitamin C, because this is all going to help you with the immune system and with healing as well. So try try to avoid fluoride toothpaste and mouthwash, and try to use mouthwash without fluoride, and try to use a toothpaste without fluoride as well. This is going to help you with your gum healing quite a lot. Vitamin D is also necessary to boost your immune system and for your bones as well. If you're on any other medications, Libra, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor or GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications, you know, or not. For those of you that are in relationship, you know, it is just going to be kind of like some kind of problem that is going to come to the surface, and you are going to need to deal with it then and there, because karmically this problem is going to be quite heavy, and it's kind of carrying certain things on from the past. So there is going to be quite a few things to unpack at the same time. Maybe a bit more complex problem than it seems like. Yeah, most certainly. So any problem or any issue that comes up, please, my gorgeous Libra, just sort it out. It's going to be very important, because later, as the time goes by, it's going to become more deep and more difficult to sort out, with another words. For those of you that are single and ready to mingy, now this week, you know, it is just important to say that someone very important is going to cross your path, but it's not going to be the lover, it's not going to be the boyfriend or girlfriend, but it's someone very significant when it comes to being really friendly. And that particular person is going to have a quite important and very wise message for you. Okay, so for those of you that are single and ready to mingy, someone very clever, wise, and very special is going to cross your path this week, and that person is going to have a quite significant message for you. Things are going to start changing and unfolding slightly differently after that moment in time. There is an idea that you're going to have, some kind of option that's going to become available to you, maybe new place to go to, maybe new, you know, the new direction to go towards, new place to go to, you know, it all depends, but most certainly something is going to open your eyes here. Okay, someone. Okay, so the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be, of course, my gorgeous, my ever so precious Scorpio. Come out to play, come out to play, come out to play, my Scorpio. Come out to play, my gorgeous Scorpione. Now it's March, my gorgeous Scorpione. 3 is a very powerful number when it comes to you, because 3 in this instance with you, my gorgeous Scorpione, as we are in March now, that's why I'm saying 3, you, my gorgeous Scorpiones, are going to have a 3 very beneficial things that are going to happen to you. One of them is going to be with your success, another one is going to be with the security and power, and the third thing is going to be also an option that you didn't have before. This option is going to be so good for you, because it's immediately going to put a big smile on your face, and it's going to help you to just look at your life from a slightly different angle, but it's also going to help you to improve your life in so many different ways at the same time. Where you need improvement, where you think that you need improvement, this is going to be good, because it's going to be the process, the start of a very long process, but really good and really important process at the same time. Life-changing process is actually going to take place. You are going to be quite surprised, my gorgeous Scorpione, you know, with a certain achievement, with a certain unfoldment. However, it's going to be brilliant, because something is going to be confirmed to you at the same time, and this confirmation is going to be everything, because, you know, it's going to provide you with an opportunity at the same time. It's going to make you feel so much better about yourself, but also it's going to provide you with an idea what to do in order to improve your life so much. Most certainly, my gorgeous Scorpione, come out to play. Most certainly, my gorgeous Scorpione, like you are having like such an important discontinuance of effort, you know. I'm not gonna lie to you, there is gonna be a little bit of disappointment. Okay, it's just something, you know, in the last 8 months, you know, Scorpione, what was bringing you down? What was like making you feel kind of unhappy, or what was making you feel kind of uncertain and sad about yourself? You know, sometimes, you know, we are just like kind of trying to do things, and sometimes we don't want to let go of things, or we don't want to like be honest with ourselves. You know, it's sometimes, you know, when we are more scared of the new stage, more scared of uncertainty, you know, than anything else, you just have to remember that you are very powerful, you know, and this is most certainly to do with some kind of previous plan that didn't work and you thought it's part of your spiritual journey, but then, hey, my gorgeous Scorpione, this is it. It's going to boil down to the same thing. You are making an important decision when it comes to your immediate environment, when it comes to your life in general, but this is only going to be the beginning of an unfoldment, the beginning of a very important adventure when it comes to you, my gorgeous Scorpione, because you're going to surprise yourself, and there is going to be somebody who is just maybe going to you will say something to someone who means to you a lot, like for example, and then that person is going to have a bit of a conflicting influence when it comes to them kind of like responding to this. But you just have to remember, my gorgeous Scorpione, you just stick to yourself. You do what you want to do. I'm telling you, you are going through your own rebirth. This is an important moment in time of the completion and the new beginning at the same time. So therefore, there will be someone who is going to be the part of this journey this week, who's going to have like a little bit of like conflicting influence when it comes to you. But most certainly, this is so important because it's going to help you to pay attention to the certain trouble, to the certain problem, to the certain realization that you wouldn't normally realize, that you wouldn't normally have, that you wouldn't normally even go towards to. And this, my babies, it's gonna make you realize, you know what, I'm just gonna go for it. And that's why I love you, my gorgeous Scorpione, because you're gonna have your little stroppy moment, but this stroppy moment is gonna be so good. It's gonna be very deep, and it's gonna gather all the energy that was all around you for a long time, waiting to be picked up, waiting to be paid attention to, waiting to be illuminated. So this is all about the actual patience, you know, this is all about the adjustment, but at the same time a little bit of an omen that you are going to have, an omen that you're gonna have this week. It's gonna come in the form of a little cat or like a tiger or a lion. You know, it depends, or a puma, you know, it depends where you live. You know, how do they call them? Mountain tiger, no, mountain lion. Mountain lion, you know, like anything, you know, it's like anything to do with the cat's family. When you see it, you will know, oh my god, this is crazy, this is going to be brilliant, because you will not believe that there is a certain consequences that are going to turn not against you, but it's going to turn into your favor, and these consequences are going to surprise you because you really thought that it's going to be completely different the other way around. And that, my babies, is the beginning of your own illumination, which is also at the same time going to start something very important inside you, very important within you. When you also see the cat as an omen, you know, you could see it outside, you could see it on the telly, you could see it on the, you know, it depends. There is the moment of the subconsciousness that is going to come through and collide with the consciousness. So you will be aware of that. You will know what to click on. You will know what to pay attention to. You will know which candle to light, indeed, in order to get all this illumination around you. And that is going to be brilliant, because it's at the same time going to confirm something to you, because you will know what you were thinking around the time. You will also need to just look around you to see what else you feel connected to. There are going to be certain answers around you all along, but most certainly when you see the cat, you will know that there is a big change about to happen. This is your good omen, and it's also going to be, first of all, adjustment, and then an opportunity is going to come through. The opportunity is going to come forward, but it's all going to happen, my gorgeous Scorpiones, at the right moment and the right time. You will know, my babies, that you will also know that a part of this progress is going to be that you're going to need to make a mature and responsible decision, and that is going to be so good, because it's going to make you feel like, oh my god, I'm amazing. Am I really able to do this? Am I really able to make this decision? You are, my sweetnesses. You are going to make an important decision, and this decision is just going to be your driving power. This is going to be your absolutely, it's going to boost your confidence, my babies, like there is no tomorrow. Absolutely fantastic. This will be a very important goal that is going to present itself to you at the same time, but most certainly bravery, capacity, and the strength, you know, are all going to be presented to you, about you, around you. That is most certainly going to become an absolutely remarkable moment in time when it comes to the good news, gain, and advancement, but most certainly to the new beginning as well. When it comes to an important choice choice, an important choice that is also going to become part of the situation. An important choice is going to take place indeed. You know, very important time when it comes to relationships, you know, because there is, you know, it's all going to kind of have such an amazing flip-flop moment when it comes to spirituality. An amazing flip-flop moment is that there is going to be return of someone into your life. No, don't even go there like, oh, my boyfriend, my girlfriend, my ex this, ex. No, baby, no, I'm not talking about that nonsense. No, I'm not talking about that. You know, people are in the past, they're meant to be in the past. You know, boyfriend, ex-boyfriends, ex-girlfriends, you know, blah, blah, blah. They're in our past because they're meant to be our past. Part of our past. I'm not going to be talking about. Sometimes they return indeed, but I'm not going to go into these things now anyway. But most certainly it is the deep relationship, somebody important in your life, somebody who you know for such a long time, somebody who you know like from maybe you were like a child, but in a good way, you know, somebody who means to you so much, because you Scorpionis are quite amazing. You stick to one or two friends, you know, and you just have these friends all your life, but you might not necessarily see them. You may not necessarily be with them every day, every week, every year. You may not even see them like for years, but you still always stay like together, like very strong, very sharp, very close, you know. And this is also what Virgolini does quite a lot, and Libra as well. It's this trait of like you can be away from the people for so long, but there's always going to be the same feeling of power and strength and love when you see them. It doesn't matter. So basically somebody real from your past is going to return, an important person, and this is going to be so important to you. And return, they will want to reach you, and somehow they will reach you and confirm something very important to you. And this is going to be so important to you when it comes to some kind of like a knowledge, when it comes to self-illumination, when it comes to self-denial, when it comes to satisfaction, accomplishment, departure, journey into an advancement. But it's going to come from like confirmation and inspiration from somebody very important in your life. This week it's also in general going to be quite significant when it comes to the relationships, people in your life, family, very strong reconnection and connection, and somebody in your family, you know, somebody, the circle of people within your little circle, you know, circle of people within your circle. No, an important circle of people in your life. It's also going to need a little bit of your power. They will be going through some kind of problem, some kind of negativity, and you are going to be holding like a little light for them. You're going to be like walking a little candle. There we go. I'm just going to light the situation, illuminate the situation for you. That's you, Scorpione, yeah? I'm going to illuminate the situation for you. It's important because karmically you will get a lot from it, but they will also get so much because you have got the answer, what they need in order to have a relevant progress. A big change is also going to take a place at home, and this is going to mean to you so much because it's going to help you to release the negativities that you would have had, you know. And also it's so, oh my god, Scorpione, you're going to be naughty. It's like you're going to feel so sexy this week, you know, like very sexy, very like vibrant, very radiant. It's going to be the return of the old you. It's going to be the return of the mischievous and naughty feeling, but in the best possible way. This is because you're getting this clear focus. Absolutely right. There is a lot that will be going on this week. Please try to use this energy to the best of your abilities. You're going to be able to get so much how do you say attention. You're going to be able to get so much attention because you will be able to project your energy in such a powerful way. So just go for it, my gorgeous Scorpionis. This is going to be brilliant time when you're going to flirt a lot. Lots of people are going to be like kind of paying attention to you, and this is going to be so good because it's going to boost your energy, and this is going to boost your power, this is going to boost your activity, this is going to boost your optimism, and it's going to make you even more inspiring, you know. It's going to be even more inspiring time for you indeed. Okay, so now I'm going to also shuffle these cards, my gorgeous Scorpionis, and I'm going to see what is your tarot card of the week. You see Nine of Swords. Yeah, this is nothing unusual. It means that it's basically going to a certain problem. It is also going to become quite important to you, and one of the days, you see, one of the days in between, within this week, there is going to be the situation when you're going to feel a little bit low before you go to sleep. There is going to be the situation when you're going to feel like, oh my god, that some kind of problem and some kind of situation in your life, it's going to be very highlighted to you. This is nothing unusual. Somehow this is going to be connected to number 999. Just not 999, but somehow this is going to be connected to number 9. Maybe you're going to be going to bed at 9 o'clock. Maybe it's going to be like 11:09. You know, maybe it's going to take 9 weeks. You know, maybe it's going to take 9 months. You know, but it's so important because that problem, it's also that you're having here. Also, this 9 doesn't only mean that, you know, this 9 is going to be quite significant in other ways, but it also means that within the next 9 weeks, this is going to be an absolutely remarkable, mind-blowing situation that you are going to have as an outcome to the problem that was creating you feeling like, oh my God, like all negative and sad. This problem is going to resolve itself within the 9 weeks later, within the 9 weeks later, within the 9 weeks later, this problem is going to be resolved. But it's going to be important because it was going on for a while, and this is how you will recognize what this problem is, what is bothering you, what is bringing you down, what is preventing you to move on. It's fine because it's coming to an end, and most importantly, it's just going to be the beginning of an important stage in your life that you wouldn't otherwise have. But this is how you will recognize what this problem is, because it's going to come to your mind. It's going to become the part of your like energy at that moment in time within this week indeed. For those of you, my Scorpionis, who are actually wondering about health, this is so important because please, you just need to remember it's the actual meditation, but I need you to like make sure that you relax yourself as much as you can, ground yourself, touch the ground with your hands, my gorgeous Scorpionis. By touching the ground with your hands, my gorgeous Scorpionis, you're healing yourself, but you're healing the earth at the same time, my babies. This is how it works. So also with your feet, this is what I love, walking barefoot, like not in the winter, but in the summer, of course. But like it's just so important for you, so significant for your grounding, for your circulation, just to touch the ground with your feet. It just helps you live that bit better, but it heals you. At the same time, you heal yourself, and at the same time, you heal the earth as well. I need you to make sure that you're also taking organic acerola cherry powder. Everybody should be taking this now. You do understand that you need to boost your immune system. It is to do with a little bit of cold that you are going to feel, that you are going to have. You're just not going to feel right when it comes to that. So that's why I just needed to take organic acerola cherry powder in the morning in a little glass, in the evening before you go to sleep. Also, you also need to take like a nice dose of B vitamin B, because it's going to help with a little bit of stress levels and for your digestive system, and also natural form of vitamin D for your bones. You know, very important to take vitamin D for your bones as well. If you're on any other medications, if you are pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor or GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. For those of you that are actually in relationship, you know, you are going through a very important stage of your own transformation. You know, you're going to need to deal with a couple of issues this week as well as the couple, but this is important because most certainly some kind of issues are going to come to an end, and you will know that you need to go with this particular flow. On another hand, it is not great time for you as a couple to actually invest into something throughout this week. It is a not good week for you as the couple to invest into anything throughout this week. Week after, fine, absolutely brilliant, pam pam pam, but this week, no, do not invest into anything, okay? And especially for your partner, to not invest into anything, and just to kind of protect themselves, your partner to protect themselves this week if they can, by keeping certain things to themselves, in particular if they're concerning financial security and things like that. I'm not saying that they're talking like to everybody about it, but I'm just saying that they just to protect themselves, because there's a little snake that is going to be around. So that's why I'm just saying to keep certain things to themselves. For those of you that are single and ready to mingy, oh my God, Scorpione, this is so important. Listen to me, my babies, yeah? I can see you enjoying yourself. I can see you having a great time. I can see you really loving yourself. I can see you having a vavumish times. I can see you people flirting with you, and I can see people, I can see you flirting back. There is so much of these great feelings that you are going to have, but there is going to be the beginning of something quite important start happening here. in order to go with this flow, my gorgeous Scorpionis, I really need you to go out. You know, I need you to like kind of like throw yourself into situations. I need you to open your mind. There is beautiful moment going to take place this week. Someone very important is actually going to start being around you, and you're going to start feeling very special about this person. There is a feeling that you're going to have that you will not be able to understand. It is going to be rather deep. That person is going to feel the same. It's very important to say that this is only the beginning stage, my gorgeous Scorpione. Oh my God. Watch this space, my gorgeous Scorpionis. Watch this space. Okay, so the next sign that I'm going to be talking about, the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful, my powerful Sagittarini. My gorgeous Sagittarini, this is also going to be quite a very important stage that you will be going through, because it's like what was making you feel uncomfortable in the last 10 months? What was bringing you down in the last 10 months? What will come to your mind in the last 10 months where you would think like, oh no, I can't do this anymore, blah 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 blah. What was coming to your mind every time when you would like kind of think and relax yourself? There would be the certain problem that would come to your mind within the last 10 months, and that problem would really kind of make you feel like a little bit sad. But this is to do with like a little bit of disappointment and the sad time that you actually went through within the last 10 months or the 10 months ago, and it's just kind of affected you a bit more than you think. And it was affecting you in such a way where kind of like it created a certain problem, it created a certain obstacle then and then. You didn't even realize this is going to be affecting you so much. It's so important to say this, that this was like a part of your spiritual journey, and now this week you are going to be provided with an opportunity once again, and most certainly it is going to come in the form of like some kind of memory, some kind of realization that created a certain setback, and that on another hand created an obstacle that you wouldn't normally have. This is really important because at the same time you're actually going to find this interesting, because you're going to see it from a slightly different angle, and this is because that is having its own completion and it's slowly coming to an end. It's brilliant because it's going to make you realize that there is some kind of benefit and profit that you're going to actually have out of the situation. After the rain, there is a beautiful sunshine that is going to come through, and that sunshine is going to surprise you really beautifully and really nicely, because it's going to shine from a completely different angle, and that angle is going to make you realize something. You know, at the same time there is the certain favor that someone is going to be asking you. Someone is going to ask you a favor. Sagittarini, this is very serious. I need you to be as good as you can. I need you to be as optimistic as you can when it comes to like somebody is going to ask you a favor, but at the same time that person is going to leave a little bit of bitter taste in your mouth, because they've already left a bitter taste in your mouth before. So somebody whom you have been connected to through like a very negative situation that happened in the past, it's going to ask you for some kind of a favor. Please, please, please just be good to everyone. I'm not saying that you are good, but I'm just saying that this is all part of the little test that you are going to have. It's so important because at the same time you will release yourself from the negativity, because you are, by doing this, about to kind of like a show to the universe that you are forgiving and forgetting at the same time without even realizing this. This is an important moment of destiny and fortune, and the outcome that you wouldn't think that it's actually going to happen, it's going to make you absolutely great. It's going to make you feel great about yourself, and it's going to bring you activity and determination there where you didn't think that it would have been like a boosted in such a way. And that is going to be so important because it is most certainly part of your progress, part of your transformation, and it's going to actually help you with the resolution of the problem conclusion. That is going to bring you solace, healing, and also on another hand you're going to realize something very generous. It's about to happen to you, an outcome of the past effort, but it's going to be much better. And it's to do with a gain, it's to do with an advancement, and it's also to do with a material gain in particular, you're not expecting an important gift this week as well. A little gift you're going to get, which is going to surprise you. I want you to pay attention right now. At the moment in time when you get this gift, I also need you to understand that actually this is going to make you realize that you're approaching the end of the problem. You are approaching the end of the problem, and that it's also, even more importantly, an unexpected event is going to appear. So when you get a little gift, an unexpected event is going to appear. This is something I need you to pay attention to. This is something I need you to know, because this unexpected event is going to be everything, because it is also going to help you to realize something about yourself, and that is going to be a ticket to the actual such an important stage and part of your life, because it's going to be connected to the realization that you wouldn't normally have. It's to do with the satisfaction, accomplishment, and very important social relationships are going to be connected to this at the same time. But it's a beautiful moment in time when it comes to love, joy, devotion, and absolutely important connections and relationships that are also going to be taking place at the same time. Two important people are going to enter your life, but there is also one important person who you already know, who is going to manifest around you and actually confirm something to you, which is going to be brilliant when it comes to the certain contemplation. You are going to have a contemplation, you know, and this contemplation is just going to be kind of like so much so to do with like a certain rest after strife, you know, with a certain union, you know, but with a certain creativity. But it's going to come from the actual important news when it comes to some kind of investment and the step into the new direction, new dimension. So this is where this contemplation is actually going to come from, but it's going to be absolutely brilliant outcome, and it's all down to you. It's all down to your practicality. It's all down to your practical knowledge, you know, your acumen, your strength, you know, and also an important negotiation is going to take place. An absolutely mind-blowing negotiation is going to take place, and this is going to be life changer for you. Very important moment in time when it comes to the certain dealings and when it comes to the certain victory. Oh my God, my gorgeous Sagittarini, this is going to be absolutely huge. It's going to be very important, and it's going to bring the whole new inspiration. Somebody who's very close to you is going to have a very successful time when it comes to them, and this is going to mean to you so much, because you are going to get not only inspiration but then the actual idea. Something is going to be clear to you. What was uncertain about your life through somebody very close to you, like a relative or somebody else, you know, it's going to refresh your mind, and it's going to refresh your memory, and it's just going to confirm something to you, and it's going to make you brave when you need to brave, and when you need to be brave. And it's brilliant moment in time of this some kind of like a realization, and this is coming through the actual control over situations, strength and courage that is coming from this week directly, primarily, indeed. What else I was going to say, my gorgeous Sagittarini, you know what? I also see like an inheritance here. So there is some kind of inheritance that you're going to become aware of, but also if you haven't got anybody to leave you inheritance, then it could be like a certain amount of money that is going to travel towards you, and you are going to be part of it, but other people are also going to be part of that money as well. So there's an important inheritance that you're going to hear about, and this is also going to put like an absolutely huge massive smile on your face as well. But at the same time, an important ability of yourself. By the end of this week, an important ability about yourself is going to be realized, and this is also going to create a missing link, and you will see exactly what I meant here. You will see exactly what I meant here, because this is going to be connected to a really big and large stage in your life when it comes to the certain wake-up call. It's all connected. Very powerful moment in time of your own strength, power, but most certainly an advancement and the beginning of an adventure that you wouldn't otherwise have. Okay, oh, see, a bit of a devil here, a bit of a devil. So I need you to be a little bit careful here, my gorgeous Sagittarini, because you've got a bit of a devil here, a little snaky in the grassy. This is nothing unusual, but it's very important for you to understand that you are kind of like, just be a little bit careful, because through a bit of a yin-yang moment here, you will be able to realize not only where the little hidden and danger is. That is in itself, it's going to bring you the balance that you wouldn't normally have, and it's going to actually, believe me or not, point you towards the right direction, point you towards the right direction with the balance, with the clear balance that you're going to actually have after this moment, because this, my babies, is going to actually help you to avoid a very negative, a very bad situation. This devil is going to require from you to realize that you are going through your own transformation, and you need to clear away the old to make a way for the new. Is the certain alteration from you, it's going to be needed, my gorgeous Sagittarini. There is a certain alteration from you that is going to be needed, but most certainly it's going to be absolutely fine, you know, and it's also going to help you, you know, to get closer to the truth with yourself. You know, this devil, you see this little bastard here, little bastard, it's going to help you to come to terms with something, to the certain truth, you know, and that is going to be connected to the self-denial, and otherwise you wouldn't have this beautiful, powerful spiritual tornado that is going to follow into your sign after this moment in life. So this little bastard has been nice. This time, you know, it is just like basically you just go around it, you make a certain turn around this devil, you avoid it, and it just kind of guides you, you know, towards the better direction by kind of paying attention to things around yourself that you wouldn't normally. So here you go, your little yin-yangy moment indeed. On another hand, when it comes to your health, you see, I just see like it's to do with your like a circulation, it's to do with your cholesterol levels, and it's to do with your heart. I'm not saying that your heart is going to be bad or anything. Do not get me wrong, baby. No, baby, no. I'm just saying that it's going to need a little bit of like I highly suggest you to eat like a little bit of garlic. I know it sounds horrible because garlic is like very difficult to take because it smells quite strong. I don't like the tablets garlic because I just don't, because I prefer like a natural fresh garlic, organic fresh garlic. If you could eat like every single day 1 clove, I know it smells strong, but hey, sometimes the smell comes out on the skin as well if you're charming, isn't it? If you have it every day. No, it's true, the garlic smell, if you have it every day, it comes out on your skin, you know. Not that I'm my smell, but I'm just saying. And basically, but for a week, if you can do this can be quite beneficial for your heart and cholesterol level, and it's also going to be quite beneficial for a little bit of infection. I can see sensitive ears, and I can see a little bit of, at the same time, cold and flu. So that's what we do now, basically. So it's like to do with the garlic, 1 clove of garlic every night before you go to sleep. Organic acerola cherry powder, my babies. You know, everybody needs to take organic acerola cherry powder, and 1 teaspoon with a little bit of water in the morning, 1 teaspoon with a little bit of water in the evening, and this is going to replenish your vitamin C levels, like very, very important indeed. And also vitamin D is going to help you with your bones, and it's also going to help you with your immune system as well. And on another hand, what else I highly suggest you to take is the actual chamomile tea, because chamomile tea is going to be quite beneficial. Organic chamomile tea is going to be quite beneficial for your stomach. It's going to be rather soothing because your stomach is going to be a little bit sensitive. And sorry, I know I'm saying a lot, natural dose of B vitamins, you know, it's going to be beneficial for a little bit of stress that you will be having, but also it's going to be very good for your digestive system. B vitamins are very, very beneficial indeed. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant, if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor, or you just need to check with your GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. For those of you who are in relationship, an important reflections on the past is going to bring you an insight. My babies, the problem is going to come to the surface, okay? Something is going to come up, yeah? And you and your partner are going to be pulling each other's hair out. No, I'm joking. No, something is going to happen, and it's a certain problem is going to arise, and you will need some kind of influence. Just remember, when the problem or situation arises where you don't know what to do, just remember, reflections from the past will bring you insight. Reflections from the past is going to bring you an insight. This is going to be like a gold for you. This is going to be like a diamonds for you. This is going to be life-changing point for both of you indeed. For those of you that are single and ready to mingy, my gorgeous Sagittarius, it's like, ooh la la, you need to understand there is someone that you maybe have been holding on to, somebody that you've been fancying, and I don't like that person. It's not the right person at all. And somebody that, you know, this is how it is. This week, it looks like you will come to terms with somebody that is not meant to be there, because you're very powerful when it comes to your mind, when it comes to your power of your mind. If you're holding on to someone, you know, that can be very strong and rather solid energy that is not allowing yourself to go, you know, yourself to set yourself free. So it looks like you are about to set yourself free from someone who you shouldn't like. Maybe you like someone too much that you shouldn't. Maybe you fancy someone too much that you shouldn't. You need to find out who this is, because it's going to help you to release yourself. You will see how much this was keeping you restrained. Amazing. Maybe you're not realizing even that you're fancying someone so much, but it's time to let them go. As soon as you do that, someone else, my babies, is going to come through indeed. Okay, before I do Capricornius, I'm going to be just 1 second. Okay, my gorgeous Sagittarini. Bam, ba, 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 bam. Dun, 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 dun. Capricornius, dun, 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 dun. Capricornius, dun, 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 dun. Capricornius, dun, 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 dun. Capricornius, I'm here. I'm here, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. That's because I'm so shy. So I don't want to drink coffee here. So I'm drinking it here, look. Capricornius, dun, 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 dun. Capricornius, dun, 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 dun. Capricornius, dun, 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 dun. Capricornius. Kissed by the rose. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. My gorgeous Capricornius. How could I possibly forget? Capricornius, dun, 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 dun. Capricornius, bam, 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 bam. Capricornius, dun, 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 dun. Capricornius, dun, 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 dun. Pay attention to things around you this week, my gorgeous Capricornius. Pay attention to things around you this week. You will find out so much by just looking around you, by just realizing things, by making a very strong connections. Pay attention to absolutely everything. There are going to be signs everywhere, on the floor, pay attention on the floor, wherever you go, my gorgeous Capricornius. But in particular, if you go somewhere in a different area, you are going to be part of the, you're going to be part of the slightly different dimension, my gorgeous Capricornius. You are going to find somewhere you are going to find yourself somewhere in a completely different situation, in a completely different area. It's something that you kind of will plan on that particular day to go somewhere, but you are going to end up, my gorgeous Capricornius, somewhere else. This is where the magic is going to happen. This is where the magic is going to start. Indeed, in order to tap into this dimension and energy, you can also do this and tamper with it in such a way where you project your own energy on this particular situation, but reflect back on you in such a way, in exactly the same way. So you do this also by creating this energy by yourself, by going somewhere different, by going go to a different shop, go to a different, I don't know, market or something, you know, go to the different club, you know, go to the different gym, you know, it depends, you know, what you do on daily basis, but it's going to be connected to the new elements of surrounding around you. And look at the ground in particular. There is something quite important going to be on the ground for you, and it's going to come in the form of a sign. It's going to come in the form of confirmation, but at the same time it's going to confirm something to you, like a little green light, you know, to go. It's important because this is also going to be important sign for you and time for you, that is quite significant time, significant week to take things on another level. Absolutely important, because suddenly you will also perceive the unknown, you know. Just remember, you will perceive the unknown in a slightly different way, because you are going to feel the certain determination towards the new stage, towards the new unfoldment in your life, but that is going to kind of surprise you. So this is when this unknown is going to come through forward, because it's going to it confirms something to you on one hand, but on another hand is the idea that it's going to be born, the idea that it's going to be born at the end of this week, an important idea which is also going to provide an important moment when it comes to the resolution of the problem. There is a very difficult problem that you had, my gorgeous Capricornius. You know, something was actually bringing you down more than you thought. Something was also quite affecting you, but I am talking about the last 3 years, which is the fairly long time that you were kind of felt quite heavy about this certain situation in your life. So most certainly this is going to be connected to the last 3 years. It's important because the decision that you're going to make this week, it's going to be significant for you, but also for the people around, just as important when it comes to your own security and power, and when it comes to your own future planning, but also when it comes to those parts of your life where you actually knew that you were completely restrained, you know. And this is all coming down, boiled down to the one thing when it comes to you realizing something very important about yourself. When it comes to the conclusion, something is also going to come to an end at the same time, but it's most importantly, it's going to be very satisfactory result, which is going to surprise you on one hand, but on another hand, it's just going to inspire you. It's beautiful because it's going to affect your balance so nicely, so nicely this week, like there is no tomorrow. I'm so happy for you because it's the I'm so happy for you because this is all to do with the actual adventure through your own transformation. Please try to understand this. It's going to be very important for you to change things around you a little bit, like change things, please. It's so important. It's again the same energy you will have this week, and it's the energy of the new moon. The energy of the new moon is very important, and it gives us the opportunity and option to work with it in such a sense where we change things around us. It's so important because karmically you give something to someone, something that's always here. For example, I give this candle to someone, okay, so karmically this is going to be brilliant if I give it to someone, but on another hand, you know, when it comes to the energy, this is also going to be an important moment because it's going to reflect on you in such a way, and it's going to take the excess drainage energy away from you by doing this. By doing this, with another hand, you are rejuvenating yourself as well. You don't have to change too much, but it's just even one little thing, you know, if you do it in a feng shui, this is going to reflect on you so beautifully. On another hand, you know, I like this week. You know why? There is going to be a good news that you are going to have, but this is to do purely with your advancement, okay? It's something that you expected, but it's going to come with an element of a really nice surprise. Now, this is where the magic is going to be, because that nice surprise, it's also going to realize the certain ability about yourself that you're not paying attention to, but you should be. You're special, you're very powerful, you're very significant, you're very vibrant, and you're very radiant in every single possible way. You're going to come to terms with something mind-blowing this week, and passion and opportunity that is just going to change everything, okay? Very important to say and very important to mention that this is coming from somewhere else. And also, like I say, from somewhere else, it's because it's from a subconscious mind. It's also going to be the moment in time where the numbers, you know, this week from the 2nd until the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, from the 2nd until the 8th of March, these numbers are very important when it comes to your personal unfoldment, when it comes to your personal success, and also when it comes to the fact, I said to you before, you will be having a little bit of a challenging situation. You know, you are going to be offered something to you, but you're not going to be offered something this week, but this week is going to be crucial for you to do as much as you can, to follow up on as much as you can. It's so important, so important. This week you need to do as much as you can. You need to show as much as you can. You need to progress as much as you can. Whatever you do, wherever you want to go, whatever you want to achieve, you may not see the progress like straight away, but it is not going to be that long until you see an absolutely remarkable option and opportunity that you wouldn't normally have. Okay? On another hand, my gorgeous Capricornians, let me tell you something. It is just basically about this week. It's going to be about a certain security and safety, and an important family matter is going to take place. You need to recognize this because your input is going to be needed, pretty much so. An important family matter is going to take place, but it just has to come from you. The certain edit, the certain adjustment, it needs to come from you, through you, and because it is just going to bring you reward that you wouldn't normally have. On another hand, this week, my gorgeous Capricornians, you can expect an absolutely beautiful reward, something that you were waiting for, something that is going to boost your income, something that is going to boost your security, it's going to boost your power, but it's also going to be so beneficial when it comes to your own self-esteem and when it comes to your own confidence. This is going to be so brilliant because it's pretty much so connected to the time where you weren't too sure anymore if you are doing the right things or not. So this is just going to happen at the right moment and the right time. So most certainly it's going to be brilliant moment in time because you are going to have an important negotiation, a beautiful victorious moment in time indeed. And also when it comes to the actual justice, there is some kind of justice that you're also going to hear about, and this is going to be so brilliant. But at the same time, when you hear about this justice, you're also going to hear about this little bastard, little devilish person as well. Little devilish person, you're going to hear about someone, some kind of deceit, and you're not going to like it, but it's going to be really good because you will most certainly kind of learn from it. And at the same time, you're going to get an absolutely mind-blowing advice. And the advice that you are going to get is just going to help you so much to make an important decision when it comes to the certain confirmation, but it's in particular to do with your experience, with your success, you know, and most certainly a wise investment. You are going to make a wise investment. You know, you may not make a completely wise investment this week, but you will know where to invest. You will know what to do. You will know which way to go. It is going to be so certain to you. It's the time of the uncertainty, which is becoming an absolutely clear picture in front of you, where it's going to be so certain. It's unbelievable, and you will know where to invest, you know. And this is so important when it comes to your life. This is so important when it comes to your spirituality. This is so important when it comes to the return of balance that is going to be so significant for you and for the people around you. It's fantastic because this is the time of activity and determination, the time of the activity and determination, but it's in particular when it comes to your own experience, you know, and also when it comes to the lots of ideas and designs, you know, you're going to find yourself in this type of like a waters, you know, lots of ideas and designs you're going to have throughout this week. This is going to be a wonderful moment in time when it comes to your own vibrancy and radiance. So just use it to the best of your abilities. Throw yourself yourself into as many opportunities as you can, because they will be quite wonderful when it comes to benefits. Yeah, there is a little devilish person, little bastard here that I'm seeing, but most certainly that bastard is actually going, little devilish person, that bastard is actually going to help you realize that you have been self-punishing maybe yourself now with this situation, and you're going to stop that when you move yourself away from it. So it's quite good, because you will know where not to go when it comes to toxic situation and which toxic person to actually avoid in your life. It's just going to be wonderful, because it's also going to provide you with a little light at the end of the tunnel, and the little light at the end of the tunnel is going to kind of come in the form of a little surprise. And it's just also, you need to make sure, Capricornius, you need to make sure there is an answer to an ongoing problem going to come to you one of the mornings in between the 2nd and the 8th of March 2020. One morning there is going to be please don't forget this. Don't forget this. An ongoing problem that is affecting you. It's affecting your life. It's affecting your decision making. It's affecting your energy. It's draining you. The problem, the answer to the problem, it's going to come to you in the morning. You will know exactly what to do in between the 2nd and the 8th of March 2020. One morning you are going to wake up, blah, blah, and you will know exactly what to do, and it's going to be the force, it's going to be the energy, it's going to be the power that is going to redirect you a little bit at the same time, because it's going to be highly connected to the time of your life that was very much so messing up with your vibration, your illumination and your energy, because it was draining you so much, because it was making you uncertain, and this uncertainty had a negative feeling and impact on you because it was worrying you. So now you will know exactly what to do, you will know exactly where to go, and the difference is going to be that you're going to feel so certain about the uncertain, like a stage in your life that was causing you so much kind of uncertainty when it comes to your future. So therefore you are quite scared, you know. So now this is going to be a very important moment in time, because you will know exactly what to do, and this is so much so to do with you, what you do, you know, with your basically what you want to do, what you need to do, and also what your next step is going to be at the same time, you know. It's so important because it's highly connected to the time of your life where you actually you have been so indecisive because of this, and two things were greatly affected in particular, two things. And now, not only that you are going to make an important decision, my gorgeous Capricornians, this is all going to be such an active and important moment in time without you even realizing. The things are just going to take off like there is no tomorrow. There is a beautiful moment in time you're going to have, and you're going to feel about yourself, and I'm so happy, you know. And this is going to be the greatest moment in time when it comes to your own spiritual awakening. Indeed, this is all coming from this particular decision that you're going to make, and at the same time it's going to be an important moment in time because it's going to bring you the synchronicity in your sign that you didn't have before. And it's so important because instead of the burden, now you're going to have a really great shift of energy, which is going to reflect on you so beautifully. Someone is going to need your help. Someone is listen, I love you, Capricornians. You have got such a strong energy when it comes to healing, and I have seen this before, but somebody is having like a really difficult time when it comes to your life, when it comes to people around you. Somebody who means to you so much is going through something very difficult, and it's confusing them even more. They're unsure what to do, they're unsure which way to go, and that is going to be even more enhanced within the next few days. Indeed, please try to see who will benefit from a little bit of your love, a little bit of your emotions, a little bit of your energy, a little bit of your power. Somebody needs your help. Okay, my gorgeous Capricorn, somebody needs your help. Like this person means to you so much. Okay, but maybe perhaps they're not saying it, they're not coming out, they're not starting the conversation about anything or everything, but now you will they need a little bit of your input in their life. Okay, but you know, it's nothing too bad or anything like that, but they're just really uncertain. Perhaps they have been affected by somebody else, you know, and this is like something that kind of made them think in a different way, and they're kind of a little bit lost. There you go. The bottom line is somebody's a little bit lost around you, and it's very important for you to give them your hand and guide them through. This is going to be such a significant moment in time when it comes to your own love, when it comes to your energy, your own energy, and you are both going to benefit from it so much. There is going to be an important realization that you will have at the same time, and this is coming from the inspiration from all this beautiful and healing energy, and this is going to be an impact from it. Direct impact is going to be the clear focus, but at the same time an invocation in your life that you wouldn't normally have, and this is coming through your own peak of your radiance, which is going to bring you an unfoldment that you wanted in a long time. Look, you see this? Somebody that you have been patient about, somebody that you wanted in something that you wanted in a really long time, but at the same time, my babies, you know, throw yourself into as many opportunities as you can. This week you're going to be so wise. You're also going to be surprised with yourself, and also, you know, it's just about the actual you know, it's the problem that is going to come to the surface, that is just going to be so obvious to you suddenly. What you need to do in order to set yourself free, something is keeping you down, something is blocking you to move on, something is preventing you to move on. So this is going to come to the surface, and the surface is going to be brilliant, and you are going to make an important wise judgment, an important wise decision you're going to make, and this is going to be brilliant. And it may not even seem as important, it may not even seem as significant, but it is going to be very powerful when it comes to your own spiritual journey, because it's going to help you with your quality of life. You need to make this little adjustment because it's needed. It's going to help you to release yourself from karmic heavy baggage. Very important moment in time, which means that the negative situation that was affecting you for a long time, you worked on it for a while, it affected you karmically and spiritually, so now you worked for it, my baby, so it came to an end. So this is going to be important. So this is where this wiseness is coming from. Okay, my gorgeous Capricornians, now when it comes to your health, you see, it's important for you as well. Organic acerola cherry powder I recommend it to everybody, because everybody needs to boost their immune system like there is no tomorrow. This is probably one of the purest forms of vitamin C that you can get. I told you this before. It's important, my babies, it's important. So organic acerola cherry powder for a little bit of like a cold and flu symptoms that you are going to have. I can see a little bit of headache. I can see like a little bit of sore throat. So organic acerola cherry powder in a little glass of water, teaspoon in the morning and in the evening before you go to sleep. Natural vitamin D for your bones and for your immune system. And also organic carrot juice is something very particular that I need you to take, because it's going to help you with the sensitive eyes. Organic carrot juice or organic carrots, or on another hand, you can like boil chamomile tea bags, and you can just like kind of wait for them to like cool down a little bit, and then you relax and you just put them on your eyes for a few minutes and just relax yourself like that with the chamomile tea bags. It's just going to help you to relax so much, and it's so much more powerful than lots of people can possibly imagine. The chamomile tea bags are ridiculously powerful. So this is something that I highly recommend you. And also aluminium free deodorant, please. You're going to be also sensitive to aluminium, and make sure that you are using natural body shower gels, you know, and natural lotions as well. Very important, because your skin is going to be quite dry, and if your skin gets too dry, then just get organic flaxseed oil, which is a natural form of like omega-3 essential fatty acids, like a plant form. You get this in fish normally, omega-3 essential fatty acids, what your body doesn't produce normally by itself. So you can get it in an organic flaxseed oil, and this is absolutely wonderful to boost your immune system, but it's also very good for your dry skin, hair and nails. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor or GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. Look at this baby, just like it's not oh dear. Baby, what happened to my little candle? So basically, yes, so now for those of you in relationship, one candle went off. Wait, it's doing my head in. Oh gosh, here you go. I can't live Capricornius without a candle. Capricornius, dun, 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 Capricornius. Now, for those of you in relationship, do you know what? I don't think it's the greatest week, like the best week in the world for both of you. I think that you're both going to have a bit of like stroppy, momenty, a little bit of stroppiness. I think a lot is going to be unfolding in your life, and a lot is going to be unfolding in your partner's life. So therefore, there will be a little bit of stress in between you, a little bit of misunderstanding, but it's only going to last this week, and it's nothing personal. There you go. Okay, for those of you who are single and ready to mingy, my gorgeous Capricornius, okay, oh, you see, someone is going to inspire you. It is not going to be the love of your life you're going to find this week, my gorgeous Capricornius, but it's more importantly, someone is going to inspire you this week. Somebody really nice, somebody really wonderful, somebody really significant. And what they say and what they do to you is going to play a crucial role in you finding someone quite significant indeed. But that person is going to kind of like inspire you, and it's going to bring a certain balance and harmony and firmness into your life, and that is going to start a certain process, and that certain process, it's going to be directly responsible for you meeting someone rather vavavomish, my gorgeous Capricornius, and it's not even going to be this long. Okay, so watch this space, my babies, watch this space. Okay, before I go on to the Aquarius, I'm gonna be just 1 second, my babies, just 1 second. Oh. When the moon bum 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 just 1 second, my gorgeous aquamarines. I set fire to the rain. My gorgeous Aquamarinis, oh my god, your cards are always like, dear Lord, my gorgeous Aquamarinis, what's happening here? Okay, so now, when the moon is in the 7th house and Jupiter aligns with Mars, Aquamarini is about to chill out, but there will be little surprise. Do you know, emotionally, my gorgeous Aquamarini, do you know, there is something very strong that is going to take place, and it's going to be quite instinctively at around the beginning of this week. You are just kind of like have a really amazing and incredible boost of confidence, and you are going to surprise yourself at the same time, but instinctively you are going to be guided towards the direction, you're going to be guided towards the stage that you wouldn't normally be guided towards. But this is so much to do with an unfoldment of event that is going to take place at the beginning of this week, and it is going to require from you to kind of dig a little bit deeper and to kind of see what's on the other side. It's just so good because it's something really wonderful is going to take place. First, you're going to make an important decision, based on your own success. But then again, very importantly, even most importantly, something that you have been blaming yourself for, that it's not your fault, something to do with your emotions, something to do with your past. This is going to actually take an important turn of an enlightenment, rather important enlightenment at the same time, and it's going to make you dig a little bit deeper into your own situation, but you're going to realize an important investment. It's about to become an quite significant part of your life. I'm not talking about the investment where you need to invest like loads of money or anything like that. No, baby, no. An investment of your time, an investment of your energy, an investment of your balance. My Lord, this is going to become crystal clear, very strong and very sharp. Okay, you need to express yourself, my babies, as much as you can throughout this week. I am talking about an investment of your energy that is going to happen in such a way where you're going to be able to project your mind and manifest things like then and there. It's very important. This is what I'm talking about. An investment of you, an investment of your energy, an investment of your power. It's also going to tamper with your optimism and with your energy at the same time. That is going to boost your confidence, and also you're going to come to terms with the situation where you're going to need to have an important conversation with somebody in your life. Somebody in your life is going to become a prominent figure as well when it comes to your own step to success, because they will play an important role, and until you sort things out with them, until you discuss certain matter further, this is all going to be kind of prolonged. So there was a messy situation that you must have had with somebody in your past, but this person is a very important, prominent person in your life, like a family member or somebody, So this is what I'm saying, because it left a little bit of a bitter taste in your mouth, a little bit too bitter, but it is just not good to wait for too long, because sometimes when we fade into the background, the energy fade itself, and if that happens, it's very difficult to find our way back. Okay, so it's important for you to sort things out with somebody. There is somebody's clicking out. I just make up my own words, it's okay, you're used to by now. Somebody's clicking out, and it's creating a flip-flop moment, which means that you're gonna need to sort it out. I'm not saying the time is running out, but I'm just saying that it's important to do it right now, so we stop and we block that particular fadiness that could happen at the same time. On another hand, my gorgeous aquamarines, do you know what? Okay, this is just going to be about the actual hermit moment. You are going to have an important hermit moment this week, my gorgeous aquamarines, and it's just so good because it is just all about this particular realization that you are going to have. And the realization that you are going to have when you have your hermit moment, it's going to be absolutely everything, because it's going to help you to connect your life from a slightly different angle. There's a certain journey that you're going to need to make. This journey will be also very important for you to make, because it's going to be connected to the certain advancement that you wouldn't normally have. An opportunity, it's going to say hello to you, and also it's going to confuse you, because you're going to think, no, this is not for me. There is going to be a little bit of surprise that it's gonna come through. Sometimes, my gorgeous aquamarines, it is not how we plan things to be in life completely. It is not things that we do, things that we are part of, things that we are creating, things that we are making. It's at the same time doesn't mean that it's going to be exactly the same. So there is a certain option that it's going to be becoming a very integral part of your spiritual journey, and you're going to start discovering discovering something very special about yourself through this as well. The certain strength, the certain part of you is going to need to come out so much, but you're going to need to recognize what this is. Something that you're not doing, but you should be doing. Something that you're not making, but you should be making. Something that you're not following in your life, but it's so much so to be your spiritual journey. But at the same time, you need to understand that there is an abandonment about to happen as well. The discontinuation of the journey that has been bringing you down at the same time. So karmically, this is important because it was affecting you in so many different ways. It was affecting you also because you thought that you haven't got enough resources in order to make an important decision. But when it comes to your own possession, when it comes to something that you own, something that is yours, whatever it is going to require a little bit of your input at the same time. This is going to lead towards the success as well, of course, and most certainly towards the prosperity. In fact, this week is going to be directly responsible for you getting a clear picture about yourself, clear picture about your life, clear picture about your prosperity, clear picture about your security and power. It's going to take place by the end of this week. An absolutely phenomenal unfoldment of events is going to take place, and it's going to surprise you at around the midweek. But it's all about you realizing what you feel connected to in this life, what you should be doing, what you should be feeling connected to, and what is missing when it comes to your spiritual journey. My gorgeous aquamarinis, this is going to be the time of two missing puzzles which are about to enter your life. Two missing puzzles are going to surprise you. You know why? Because you thought it's only one. And there are going to be two missing puzzles. And now, not that the picture is going to be completely different, but these two puzzles are going to be splitting picture in two. So two completely different angles that you are going to see your life from. And this is going to create and make and start a rather magical moment in your life, because you will realize, oh my God, time to breach, time of power, time of promise, time of the actual creativity, and also the biggest, absolutely remarkable wake-up call you will have. Something was taking a long time and it's going to require from you to make an important decision. But at the same time, you need to remember to think about everybody else and to protect yourself. Just remember that there is a person that is going to try to trick you into something this week, very close person to you, around you. Just remember, maybe things are not as they seem. Maybe something is not quite right. When it comes to some kind of person in your life, like a family member, someone who wants something from you, needs something from you, maybe just not the direct family member, but it's just like maybe you just have to be a little bit cautious because something is not going to be quite right, and you need to come to the bottom of it. But the bottom line is just make sure that you're not rushing into any decisions when it comes to people in your life this week, because there is going to be an unfoldment of event later on that is going to completely surprise you, and it's going to be completely different from what the reflection of this person was. And this is somebody in your life indeed, okay? An important opportunity. Do not... Aquamarini, do not miss your important opportunity. There's going to be absolutely mind-blowing opportunity. I like it because you deserve this, and this is very important. And also when it comes to relationships, oh my Lord, when it comes to people in your life in general, this is going to be remarkable, significant, and somebody very important in your life, like a certain friend or somebody who means to you so much, somebody who's a very important figure to you. It's actually going to tell you something to be careful about, to be aware of, okay? To be very careful about, and most certainly not to rush into any decisions at this moment in time. It looks like you're gonna need to wait somebody to prove to you, somebody to prove themselves to you, most certainly, in order to get to the certain stage. But this is what you need to do. Just remember not to rush into any decisions whatsoever. This week it's also, my gorgeous aquamarine, is going to bring you a wonderful resolution of the problem, you know, and the conclusion that is going to set you free. But then again, just remember, you cannot rush into any decisions, and just remember, one step at a time, one step at a time, one step at a time, my gorgeous aquamarinis. On another hand, you know, this is going to be the great week of creativity. just keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you enjoy doing. Keep doing what's making you feel good. Keep doing what's making you feel great about yourself. This is the time of the creativity and an absolutely mind-blowing beginning you're going to have. Listen to me, Aquamarini. I know it's a complex reading, but this is so much so to do with a certain gain that you are going to have. An important moment in time when it comes to some kind of inheritance and also materialistic gift. Inheritance. You will be aware of the certain inheritance. You will be thinking about a certain inheritance. Certain inheritance is going to become the part of your journey where you will know that it's not going to be that long until you get a certain inheritance. And also it may surprise you as well, but at the same time, if you haven't got anybody to leave you inheritance, you are going to hear about it most certainly. However, you know, let me tell you that after this week, a lot is going to change, because something is going to take place, and this is going to last like for a long time. Okay, so it's the beginning. And not only the beginning of a meaningful experience like an adventure, but it's like the birth of something very special. Spiritually, I see a child, and child is a very spiritual, like baby is born and baby goes through so many stages, you know, live for a long time. And this is what in spirituality, when it comes to symbolism and things like that, it's something very special, something very powerful, something very strong, something very beautiful, something very special. It's going to take place, take center stage in your life, but this is only going to be the beginning, the birth of it, the beginning, okay? And this is going to be changing shapes for a long time, and it's going to be growing and growing and growing, which means that it's going to provide you with the security and power. Like, it's going to be mind-blowing. Whatever you feel connected to, go for it. Whatever it's inspiring you, go for it. It's all coming from your own hermit moment, and nothing this week is going to happen, oh yeah, because it's happening. No, baby, no. It is all connected. It is all closely connected, okay? It's your own rebirth. It's your own transformation. And it's also going to lead towards the swift activity, okay? Swift activity. And swift activity, sudden progress and movement. You know, this is so important. You know, this is important because it's to do with an advancement. An important advancement is going to take place. This is brilliant, okay? And this in itself is also going to be confirmed with a certain message. Certain message is going to arrive to you at the same time, and this is going to be confirmed to you. Now, this is going to be the time of judgment, my gorgeous Aquamarinis, and also there is an important moment in time when it comes to improvement, development, okay, promotion, and outcome of the past effort, rebirth. This is going to be the first week in a long time when you're going to start feeling like a little bit easier, less complex, and you're going to have more time to reflect on your life, on your situation in the best possible way. But just remember, you will be also tested. Please, somebody's going to try to like piss you off, or somebody's going to try to like be horrible to you, or somebody is going to return into your mind. So it's going to happen in two ways. In your mind, it's the energy, it's happening, it's the same as you if you see them. So if somebody in return in your mind, like for example throughout this week, if you're like angry with someone, or if you think of like a Mark or someone, I don't know, let's say Mark has done something to you, and then you think like, oh no, I don't like that man, you know, oh he's horrible, oh, like, do you know what I mean? And then you think about that person, and then you just need to remember, no baby, no, this is the part of your task, my baby, and the part of your task is to learn to let go, forgive babies. This is the time of judgment, the time of improvement, the time of an important lotus flower that is going to take place. And this is the last thing you need to do, the last test you need to follow, the last test you need to make through, okay? And it's to do with you. If somebody comes into your mind and you're angry with them, release them. You will release yourself at the same time. It's important. I know it sounds crazy, but it's important, okay? And also if somebody comes to try to agitate you, like this week as well, like some person, you know, just remember to rise above the situation, because it's all part of your process. Because if you act differently, if you go low down that dimension, then you're just going to slow down your spiritual journey. So no, baby, no, you don't do that. So this is important to forgive and forget, because you release yourself at the same time. You know, you release yourself. It's not necessarily about them, you know, and anger and things like that. And also, you know, you are going to find yourself being very brave this week. You know, you're going to realize how powerful you are. You're going to realize your own capacity, and that in itself is going to put you on an advanced stage. And most certainly it's going to become a rather important and enthusiastic time. Rebirth, you will feel like reborn, but also it's just like, because lots of heavy problems are going to start falling off your back finally, which is just going to help you to reach the peak of creativity that you didn't feel in a quite long time. I'm not saying that you weren't creative, but once you kind of release these negativities and problems, you know, everything is so much crystal clear. You know, you understand things from another level. So this is exactly what is going to start happening to you here, my gorgeous Aquamarinis, indeed. So now let me just see what is your tarot card, my gorgeous Aquamarinis. Let me just see what is your tarot card. Oh my God. Of course that you are going to have a tower. Of course that you are going to have a bloody tower. So this is what it is, my gorgeous Aquamarinis, and it's needed. I'm sorry, but it's needed, because at the same time this is going to be this is going to happen at around the time when you feel like a little competition, okay, challenging situation. Then it's going to be a bit of a competition. Then it's going to be like a little bit of a burden situation that is going to come through. And then this is going to happen, a bit of a tower, baby. And I'm telling you, I know tower, but sometimes they're pretty much needed. Now they are needed so much because they're nothing to do with you, but they will affect you. It will affect you. So the tower situation is going to be caused by other people in your life close to you, but nothing's going to happen to them. But it's going to be a bit of a setback. You know, it's going to cause a little bit of, oh my God, what should I do? And you're going to need to change things a little bit. And this is going to be important, because it's just going to directly help you to deal with a certain burden. But then again, it's going to help you to use an important, beautiful, absolutely remarkable skill that you actually have. And you're the only one who can help with this situation in a certain way, and that in itself is going to move you away from the situation that you could kind of like really be damaged by in a certain way. So there you go. So this is yin-yang moment that you're going to have, and if this didn't happen, you wouldn't start thinking in a different way, and that is going to provide you with a preservance and a vision that you wouldn't normally have. And it's important because it's to do with the justice, luxury, combination, and also the escape into such an amazing life, you know. Indeed, your destiny, fortune, fate, and absolutely remarkable Wheel of Fortune moment that is going to help you so much to realize that you're approaching the end of the problem, and it's fantastic, you know. It is just going to open so many doors that you didn't have normally. So this tower is pretty much needed indeed. When it comes to your when it comes to your health, my gorgeous when it comes to your health, my gorgeous Aquamarinis, it's fantastic. You know, I can see a little bit of sensitive ears, sensitive throat. I can see a little bit of cold flu, and I can also see a bit of infection. So now organic acerola cherry powder, I recommend it to everybody. It's very important to boost our immune system at this time, my lord. But I'm just saying, organic acerola cherry powder, you take 1 little teaspoon with a glass of water in the morning, drink it, and you do it the same thing at night. Very, very important indeed. And also vitamin D, natural vitamin D, and also zinc. Zinc is going to be quite important because it's going to boost your immune system. And at the same time, a garlic. Please eat lots of garlic. It's going to help you with the sensitive ears as well, and the infection in general. Garlic, 1 clove every single night before you go to sleep, so that way it doesn't smell to people. You know what I mean? Who cares? But it's just so good for you because it's going to help you in so many ways. You're going to find it beneficial. And try to eat friendly bacteria in the actual yogurt as well. This is something that you're going to find quite beneficial. And try to also try to eat food which is rich in B vitamins. That way this is going to help you with your digestive system, but on another hand it's going to help you with your stress levels as well. If you're on any other medications, if you are pregnant or if you are breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor. sure, or you just need to check with your GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. For those of you in relationship, you know there's a big change that is going to happen. A really good change, big change. It's coming through happiness, joy, pleasure, peace, love, good family life, honor, reputation. You know, it's absolutely fantastic. And this is to do with a big change. You will want to do something really big, and this is remarkable. You're reaching a very important stage with your partner, and it's also even more important the fact that what you're actually going to be talking about. Watch this space, Aquamarines, indeed. For those of you who are actually single and ready to mingy, Aquamarini, behave. You know, I can see you like going out. I can see you having a great time. I can see you really benefiting from like a relationship so much. But most importantly, I can see you meeting lots of people. There is someone in particular who you are going to meet, you know, at around the time when you least expect, at around the time when you hear about a certain success, material attainment, advantage, at the victory. At the same time, there is someone very special that is about to start crossing your path, crossing your journey. The first contact with someone very special is about in your life. It's about to take place here. You may not even realize, because you're going to be so busy, like being so happy with your own success. You are going to hear a good news. That is going to be the moment in time when this person is going to start appearing around you for the first time. You're going to love this person when you meet them. Wow. Someone very special. It's about to start entering your life, but you will not even know it here just yet. Just watch this space, my gorgeous Aquamarinis. Watch this space. Okay, before I do Piscelini, I will be 1 second. Piscelini. Ceiling, ceiling, Bye 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 ceiling bye 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 ceiling bye 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 ceiling bye 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 ceiling bye 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 ceiling bye 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 ceiling bye 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 ceiling bye 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 ceiling bye 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 ceiling bye 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 ceiling bye 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 ceiling bye 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 ceiling bye 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 bye. Oh la la, little surprise. It's going to take place this week, and I really like it because this is really going to surprise you. Something really, you really didn't expect this to kind of take place, and not at this moment in time. A bit of a surprise is going to come in the form of you suddenly feeling this burst of energy from the beginning of this week, which is going to be connected to the part of your past, but at the same time it's something that you started, something that it was like some kind of unfinished business in your mind. But it's very important because karmically this is required from you. It's going to require from you to make a certain input. So therefore there is going to be very important, a powerful vibration that you are going to feel. So that in itself is going to make you to see success and optimism there where you were just feeling complete opposite so far. This is is nothing unusual, and it's marking the beginning of a highly instinctive time that you are having, of course. Highly powerful time, highly instinctive time, and it's also going to help you to feel yourself, feel yourself again, to feel yourself so in such a powerful way when it comes to your own meditation, when it comes to your own grounding. The things are going to start feeling so powerful here indeed. And in particular, over the last few months, there was a lot of uncertainty when it comes to you, my gorgeous Pisces, and this uncertainty is also a very powerful feeling. It's a very powerful energy that is on another hand holding you down, and it's holding you down in such a way, and it's preventing you to make bigger decisions because it's making everything so uncertain for you, so you become quite indecisive. So this is why I was speaking about indecisiveness in the last few readings that I did for you, my gorgeous Pisces, because this is just part of the really big picture, but now it's really reaching a really significant moment in time when it comes to an immaculate unfoldment, because you are, my baby, is going to have a really significant lotus flower, sacred lotus flower, which is just going to straight away going to become an important part of the resolution of the problem conclusion, but also it's just to do when it comes is to do with the destiny, fortune, fate, and the outcome. But the outcome is going to be such an important moment in time because it's going to come with an element of surprise, but then at the same time it is going to show you and make you realize, thank you Lord, that you're approaching the end of the problem, and you will realize that that problem was making you feel fearful and making you feel scared, and it was really affecting you when it comes to your way of thinking right then and there. At this moment in time, you will actually be able to realize how much this was affecting you and how much this was like taking away from you when it comes to your energy indeed. This is going to bring you the whole new harmony, and that in itself is going to be an important moment in time because it is going to make you realize, oh my God, a contemplation. But this is going to be such a fantastic, mind-blowing contemplation that you are going to have at the same time. Any uncertainty you have, or any uncertainty or confusing situation you have, my gorgeous Pisces, just go reconnect with the nature. I know it sounds bizarre and crazy, but go and reconnect with the nature. This helps you so much with your own balance. When you are in the nature, you are healing the nature with your presence, but at the same time your presence is healing the nature as well. It's an amazing balance that we have with the nature, with the mother nature, that helps in so many different ways, but also it's helping us to reach the highest levels of our spiritual journey. I know it sounds bizarre, but I'm telling you, like, if you feel uncomfortable, like when it comes to like making a decision, contemplating about something, just go in within the nature, and you will see that few hours later, you're going to be able to reflect on your situation in a completely different angle. It's an important moment in time of healing, but an enlightenment, sacred enlightenment that you wouldn't normally have, and you're going through an ancient healing wisdom at the same time. This is the direct result of your strength, power, promise, and creativity, which is just going to become a very, very strong, powerful part of you throughout this week. And also the contemplation is just going to be absolutely remarkable because it's just kind of going to help you to avoid certain conflicting situation, and you're going to realize who's been toxic in your life, and that in itself, it's also going to confirm for you the new direction that you were already kind of thinking about. But also on another hand, you're going to come to terms with something as well, the situation, and you're really going to surprise yourself. My Lord, this is part of this vibrant energy, this spirituality. You're going to come to terms, you're going to come to terms with a certain situation, come across the certain situation, and also you're going to surprise yourself how brave you're going to be, and you're going to be surprised. You're going to surprise yourself with your own strength, with your own response, and with your own bravery, and that is going to show you an absolutely mind-blowing capacity of yourself. And this capacity is going to be absolutely everything, because at the same time, it is the good news that you are going to get about your gain and advancement, and this is going to be very spiritual and very deep moment in time for you, because it's going to help you to feel the greatest honor about yourself, and that in itself, it's also going to help you to recognize the certain abilities, and new idea that you are going to have, which is going to be followed by the promotion. The bottom line, the promotion of your life, the promotion of your work, the promotion of your job. If you're not working, if you're retired, it's promotion of your life. Most certainly this is all going to take on the next stage, but it's coming directly, you see this, through your own victory. Something is going to be offered to you and you're going to be yes or no. My baby's at around the end of the week, and the answer is going to be yes. Be as adventurous as you can. You're reaching an important completion, so therefore it's going to bring you the opportunities that you're not going to be sure about, but most certainly you just need to go for them. You just dive as deep as you can, my gorgeous Pisceline, indeed. On another hand, you know what? Let me tell you, you are having the greatest recognition. Look at this. So important. See this? See, Six of Wands? I don't know how to put so you can see it, you see, because I know you can't, maybe like this, you see. This is your recognition, this is your happiness, this is also your capacity, this is also your idea that is going to come out of it. But most certainly the greatest honor that you are going to feel at the same time. This is all about you feeling active, and all about you feeling this dimension, and all about you finally feeling in your own element. You will be surprised how much you are going to achieve throughout this month in general, but most certainly this week it's going to be absolutely crucial, because something that you waited for such a long time to prove to yourself and to others, it's actually going to take place with this wonderful, important and very powerful recognition that is going to lead towards your own success indeed, and that is going to boost your creativity like there is no tomorrow. An important synchronicity with somebody, with a certain person, is also going to make sense to you, because it's going to happen at the right moment in time, and somebody very significant in your life, it's going to tell you like something, oh, aren't you doing it, aren't you going for it? And then you're going to think like, you know what, I actually am. So it's going to happen in that particular way indeed. And also you are of course going to make a very mature and responsible decision, and it's so much to do with how powerful you are, how significant you are. You will be able to single out these very special things about you. You are adorable in so many different ways. You're very intelligent, you're very precious. Your emotional intelligence is like above everything else. You're so powerful. Emotions and love are everything in this world. So this is going to be such an important moment of balance that you are going to have at the same time, and it is going to bring you determination that you didn't feel in such a long time as well. On another hand, it's about the initiative that you are going to have, and that initiative is going to be everything when it comes to your strength. It's going to make you even more active, it's going to make you feel even more powerful. At the same time, it's so good because you're going to have such a deep emotional feeling, when it comes to some kind of a power, success, prosperity. This is so good because the moment that you've been waiting for a long time, it's going to take place. Very, very important. If you're looking for a job, looking for work, you just go and apply for as many as you can. Do as much as you can, because something absolutely remarkable is going to take place. Not only you're having the greatest determination, but you're going to find initiatives where you didn't have before. You didn't find them before. You're going to find an inspiration where you didn't see inspiration before. And this is because you will be boosted in so many ways. And that is going to boost your activity. And that is going to boost your way of thinking. And that is going to boost your energy. And that is going to boost your success and power. And it's just almost impossible to go towards the wrong direction when you're having such a strong vibrational moment throughout the week. Indeed, it's the time of enlightenment that you will be having and enjoying throughout. It's absolutely remarkable indeed. On another hand, my gorgeous Pisceline, as you see, it is the actual justice. You are also having a justice. This is something that is going, that something is also that is coming from a long way. Something that affected you, it's going to be so good because you're going to feel, yes, so reasonable, so brilliant. Something that you waited, something that is going to make you feel so good because it's going to bring you proper balance. This is going to bring you harmony. It's about your reward, my gorgeous Pisceline, and it's about the sincere desires that you're going to be able to swim towards, my babies, after that moment in time. You had a good intentions, nothing negative, nothing bad. So that's why this is going to return to you remarkably, beautifully, with an option, with an unfoldment that you wouldn't normally have. It's going to bring you proper balance, and that in itself is going to be so significant for you, because there is an advice that you are going to get, and a life-changing advice, my gorgeous Pisces, most certainly. And that is going to start, it's going to mark an important turning point in your life. This month, a lot is going to change, Pisces, so important. But this week, it's going to be the stepping point for you, the stepping stone for you, the spiritual bridge which you are going to cross. And once you go to the other side, everything is going to change. Nothing is going to be the same, because you're going to rediscover yourself through your own abilities, through your own ideas, through your own power, through the things that you should be doing. But also karmically, you're going to get rid of things that have been just driving you nuts, and that have been slowing you down and preventing you to move on, because you've been dragging, like you've been part of like a long process, old process, that you just need to realize to kind of like let it go. And this is all going to be an important moment in time, you know. And the fact that you are just going to know that you're approaching the end of the problem, you know, an unexpected event is going to occur, but you're going to do so well. It's going to be absolutely mind-blowing, and most certainly it's going to bring something very, very special into your life, a special turning point indeed. And that in itself is going to mark the beginning of something absolutely remarkable. Look, you've got an oracle card as well. You see, it's the forgiveness. Yeah, somebody's also going to come through, and it's going to be testing you as well this week. Just make sure you forgive and forget. I know it's easy to say, but this is all part of your spiritual journey. So you will be tested. Somebody's going to try to wind you up. So just remember, rise above the situation indeed. Forgive and forget. That way you release yourself. That way you help yourself out. It's not all about them. And also prepare for an adventure. Pisces, have your eyes open. This week is going to bring you an adventure. It's going to be remarkable, and I'm so happy for you. It's not only about the adventure, but it's the beginning of the enthusiasm, initiative, a new opportunity with unlimited possibilities, which is going to put a massive smile on your face indeed. Something you've been waiting for for a long time, my gorgeous Pisces. Your tarot card, there you go, Four of Swords. An indecisive situation, you're not going to be sure what to do. You see, it's always about this like a kind of crossroads, indecisive situation. You're not too sure what to do, but just remember, this is also a very important moment in time with connection with your spirit guides, with your guardian angels. And just remember that this means that one night, one evening before you go to sleep, in this particular instance, something is going to be on your mind. Pisces, this is important. Listen to me very careful. One night before you go to sleep, something is going to be on your mind, and it's going to cause you maybe like a little bit, oh God, worries and things like that. Something that is going to return, and it's going to require from you to put an input. Just make sure you understand that the following day, it is going to be the solution of that. On a long problem, the next day it's going to be the solution for it, and it's going to be fantastic, because it's going to bring a determination and sudden change in the best possible direction. Indeed, you're going to feel the bravery that is going to help you to go over it and have the solution that is going to be remarkable. Okay, just remember. Okay, so now when it comes to your health, my gorgeous Pisces, when it comes to your health, it's very important for you to also take organic acerola cherry powder. Sorry, I said this to everybody. It's so important to boost our immune system. They're not telling us how significant vitamin C is. This is a natural form of vitamin C, organic acerola cherry powder. You take 1 glass in the morning, okay, mix it up with water, 1 teaspoon in the morning, mix it up with a little bit of water, drink it, and then you do it at night. The same thing twice a day. Very important, because this is going to help you to boost your immune system, your cold and flu and your sore throat and a little bit of headache. It's all going to be caused by it. And another thing I want to say to you, to take vitamin D. Very important to take vitamin D to help protect your bones and to boost your immune system at the same time. On another hand, what else I was going to say to you, avoid aluminium deodorants. You will be sensitive to horrible aluminium, so try to use natural aluminium-free deodorants. And also when it comes to your skin, it's also going to be a bit dry as well, so avoid like chemicals. Use a natural shower gels, natural body creams, if you can, please. And also skin, hair and nails may be a little bit dry and affected, so I would suggest you to get organic flaxseed oil, which is the natural supplement made of herbs, similar to what you get like omega-3 essential fatty acids in fish. I just prefer the actual organic flaxseed oil, and this is going to provide with omega-3 essential fatty acids, which are going to boost your immune system, make your skin moist, and it's going to be very good for your skin, hair, and nails as well. Your skin, you can see after a few weeks of taking organic flaxseed oil, your skin can actually start looking much more beautiful, brighter, very shiny, very beautiful. You can see it much healthier as well. So this is something that I highly suggest you. And if you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant, if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor, or you just need to check with your GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. Those of you in relationship are going to have an absolutely mind-blowing week, honestly. Those of you in relationship are going to have a quite interesting experience together. For once, you're going to need to make certain changes, but these are going to be big and important changes, and they're going to be so beneficial for your life and for your quality of life as well. And you are most certainly going to make a really important changes, but on another hand, you can both expect to be part of some kind of unusual omen which is going to come in the form of a cat as well. Whether this is going to be like a cat outside, whether this is going to be cut on the television, or it's going to be in the picture, it doesn't matter. You're both going to be around, and that cat is going to be around as well, and you're both going to be part of this dimension, and something very important is going to be confirmed to you. Something very fortunate, very important dimension and direction is going to be open for you at that moment in time. You will know it's the time of the opportunity, but also what you both were talking about, what you both wanted to do. Now this is going to be a confirmation. Go for it, go for it, go for it. Bam, bada, bada, bam, bam, bam. See? And also, you see there's one card that dropped down. That's why I'm looking constantly. Do you know what? That's your partner. Yeah, for those of you that are single and ready to mingy, ooh, there is someone quite important that is going to start manifesting around you. There is going to be quite interesting opportunity that you are going to have, and you're going to like it. And this is what's so wonderful about this week as well, that you're not the first sign that is actually going to be around somebody who is not going to make themselves known just then. So someone is going to be around you, and you will know that the answer to that question, where this is going to be, how this is going to happen. Well, let me tell you, it's going to happen at around the time where you get an invitation or opportunity. You will be aware of it, that there is an opportunity or invitation that is going to arise, that you're going to be part of it, okay? And now it's so much to do with your advancement, attraction, appeal, request, challenge, end of certain proposition. This is going to be an exciting moment in time, because it's going to put a big smile on your face. It's going to give you reason to be so excited about a new stage, a new option. Wherever you are, when you hear this news, when you become aware of this is going to be the area where this person is going to come forward. Somebody rather significant. Stranger in the night, by Cellini in the morning. This is why am I saying, at the time when you hear something about the good news, about a new option coming into your life, wherever you are, around the time, you will know that it's not going to be that far from where you are, where that person is going to walk into your life. Someone very special, someone very powerful, someone very significant, somebody who's going to play an important role later on. It could even be your home, and then it's not going to happen too far from your home, or it could be somewhere out in the restaurant. It could be like while you're at work. It could be while you're at the college, it could be while you're doing certain hobby. It all depends, but most certainly it's going to answer your question. Okay, thank you ever so much to every single one of you for watching my videos. I love you all. I love you all. I love you all. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, and light. Okay, my gorgeous people, I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, and light. Thank you ever so much for watching my video. Sasha Bonasin, don't even know my name anymore. Sasha Bonasin, psychic medium. Love you. Bye.